Hey, hey everyone, welcome. It's Flames of Freedom here on
Oh, hi.
InfiniteRP. Oh,
Oh,
hi. Oh, there's
hi.
people. Oh, they're watching. Oh, okay.
Oh,
What do we do
hi.
now? What does this button do? Hey,
Boom.
we are so glad that you all are here. I am Doc Grimbo. I am your historian for this romp through the colonies. Is that what we're calling it now? The
I
colonial
Romp through the
romp.
colonies.
Seemingly,
that's what you're calling it right now.
We're
Are we halfway through the season? Is that where it all starts to? Well, no,
Yep.
we've already been there.
We passed the halfway point, so we
sorry.
are going
Yeah.
down.
We're definitely down.
And we are playing Flames of Freedom, the new powered by Zweihander system that for those folks who backed it on Kickstarter, is winding up in their mailboxes, apparently, a hardcover book. And I am jealous because I want a hard copy. But I'm okay with PDFs. We can manage with PDFs for the time being. This is a system set in, currently this story is in colonial Boston during the British occupation of 1776. So it's the Revolutionary War. And sometimes there will be ghouls and zombies and stuff. And that's the sort of gist, the overall look. Again, I'm your historian, Doc Rimbo, he, him, or they, them, and we are glad that you're here. Now, if this is your first time joining us, last time we saw some ghouls and it was very spooky scary. So if you need to take a break, that's fine. All of our lovely cast members use safety tools as we're playing together to keep each other abreast of how well we are doing or how not well we are doing. We are missing one cast member this week, and all of us cry a tear because our friend Colin can't be here in getting into character. He went and had dental surgery today, and so he's pretty worn out. And hold on. I'm also saying that Phineas, his character, had dental surgery.
Yeah, I was wondering where you were going with that, and I'm sitting here like, I wonder if this is going to be like a George Washington joke.
I was thinking about how traumatic dental surgery must have been back then, right? I mean, they definitely.
I find it pretty traumatic nowadays. So
that's true.
Yeah.
But back then, they definitely wouldn't have done any streams the day of.
No, definitely not.
No, I think you're right.
Twitch.
I think you're absolutely right there. Yeah.
Right. But the rest of our cast is here. Here's what we'll do. Let's go around. Give everybody your name, what kind of character you're playing, and then take out a D6 and we'll roll for coins for today. Does that sound good?
Do that.
So do that as we go around. Let's see who seems the most alert. Oh, I think Sid seems the most alert.
What?
So,
Yeah, absolutely. Just proved your point, I guess. Hi, I'm Christina Sid. Hello. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. Usually just chatting about all the fun stuff I do on the internet with my friends. I'm here on Mondays, and otherwise, most of the time you'll see me over on twitch.tv/Game Nights. That's with 2 G's and a K, Game Nights. I run a game of Good Society on Thursdays. I'm there on Fridays for a Cypher game, every other Saturday for Fate, and Sundays for Evasion. Monster hunting, Nordic horror is great. Tonight I am playing Saoirse. Saoirse, well, she still is, to my understanding, a translator. She still speaks like every friggin' language. But
she's smart.
She's real smart. SMRT smart. But she's gonna be dabbling in something new.
Oh, really? That's right. Yeah. We got some new professions in the mix for some of our players this week after leveling up. Do you want to share what that is? Do you want to tell everyone?
No,
you want to keep surprises?
I want to keep surprises. Okay. I'm gonna RP it.
Oh boy, you're gonna roleplay. And did you roll a d6 for me? Did you get a 6?
I did not.
So you guys get 1 coin in your pool for this game. Let's go right down to our friend Kate, who is just below Sid on your screens. Actors at Work, Kate Madison. My friend, how are you?
I am good. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope your week is starting off well.
I mean, it is
because you guys are here, so we're making it better. It's fine. Hi, I'm Kate Madison, known as Actors at Work on some of the socials, but Kate Madison here on Twitch and TikTok, actually. I've forgotten completely what I meant to say. I play Nessa. I know. I justify it by it being 1 a.m, but we all know. If you know me, you know that I'm usually up till 6 anyway, so I can't justify that. Anyways, Nessa in theory should be leveling up too. I'm still kind of figuring out what she's gonna do. So I got some interesting stuff though.
How about this? How about this?
What?
Do you have any inklings? Like, do you have any, like, how does Nessa feel? Like, what would her next career path be? Even if it's just like a general sense, like she wants to help people, or she wants to be a woodworker, or like.
Well, I feel as the mum,
knife expert.
there is a profession called folk healer, and as the mom of the group and kind of the healing thing, it does maybe.
It has a Nessa vibe to it.
Might be good. There's a lot of cool things. That's the trouble. It's hard to make decisions. There's like fortune teller and like herbalist, mentalist.
There's also a brewer. This is like
sin eater.
Hard. Yeah.
Like,
sin eater. She'd be great as sin.
You know?
Sorry, it's just so fucking cool.
Terrifying.
There's just so many cool things. So it's just really difficult to make a decision. So I just need to make one. But I'm gonna we'll see. I'll be scanning it, and maybe I'll be pushing some stuff into the RP to make something go. But I don't know. Maybe healer makes a bit of sense, but I've got like I'm also. I mean, she has been kind of a broad, like some of these.
That has a healing
talents,
vibe to it. Browker.
It does, but there's some of the talents are things like brains over brawn, and I'm thinking she's probably got more brawn over brains, considering her previous activities. But yes, I'm gonna see what sort of looks like it fits well with where we've been going.
Whenever she's ready.
Yeah, she'll be ready soon.
Good. We love her, and we're glad she's here. Did you roll a d6?
I will roll one right now here over on Roll20. D6, boom, 4.
Nice. One more for you guys.
Should we roll our initiative as well while we're doing this roll?
No, we can roll initiative anytime you want. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative. It is 10 plus your initiative modifier, and you can just let me know what that is. You can put it in chat if you want. No big deal. Okay. Meanwhile, while these rolls are happening, let's talk to my good friend and temporary co-host of Gnome Brew, Wally. Hi, Wally.
What's up, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary slime best friend on the internet. How y'all doing today? I am doing quite fine. I am playing, as always, Ezekiel Brathwaite, your favorite mutineer turned, well, something. I'm considering what his new profession shall be once I level up, and I'm getting some ideas and inklings in my brain of what I want to do with that, because there's so many options that I can go with what I want to do. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things role play.
Oh, you're good. Good. Yeah. So Ezekiel, who was a mutineer, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Which is kind of like a pirate.
It's kind of like a pirate,
a robber. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And have you had thoughts, first of all, about a new profession for Ezekiel?
Yes, there have been many thoughts, because it's very much that he wants to leave the life of a crook, but there are still many things he could do with the life of a crook to help support the revolution. So it's a thing where he's really trying to figure out what he could do with his skills that he has. I have some inkling ideas of what to do.
Excellent. How about initiative roll and a coin pool roll for me?
So my initiative is going to be 15.
Okie dokie.
And I did not roll a 6. I rolled a 2.
Okay. That's a 2 for you. Yes. So three coins in the player pool and 1 coin in the me pool. And that's how we do it. Coins, for those of you who haven't watched before, are kind of like what you might see in other systems like luck points, or they just give you kind of an edge. But in Flames of Freedom, they ebb and flow back and forth between the two sides. So whenever a player spends one, it goes into my pool. If I spend one, it goes into theirs. And it just keeps the game kind of interesting that way. So we're glad that our cast is here and that they're growing and changing and becoming new professions. How about this? This week, I'm going to steer the recap. And if y'all want to chime in, you'll still get your Sunshine Bucks if you want to add to what's going on. At any time, go ahead and interrupt me. But last time, the group found themselves underneath the common burying ground, in rooms full of bones and stinky tunnels. And traversed these sort of crowded, dark areas to find certain things. Like there was ghouls down there chewing on bones. There were other shafts to climb down.
Several shafts.
Oh,
Several
and
shafts.
yes,
So many shafts. So
many
shafts.
deep shafts that
Just
generated a
grabbing
lot.
onto the shafts. We just
I
grabbed onto the
really
shafts.
needed to grab a
slid
handhold.
down the-
Okay,
on
why
them
is it when you say
shafts.
shaft, you make
Good.
eye contact with the camera?
Because I'm a professional and I
got
know
it.
how to work the camera.
Pro streamer.
Oh, you found some paintings on a wall.
We did.
Yes,
Some
I had a
cave
very
painting.
traumatic moment. Nessa
Mhm,
did
mhm.
at least.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I think Saoirse got the good look at those paintings. Do you remember what they were, Sid?
They were of some sacrifices being made, sort of depicting the creation of the ghouls we were kind of imagining, and then all of this blood sacrifice being given to basically an eldritch horror of some
Yeah.
kind, the tentacles and things.
Mr. Tentacle Mouth. Yeah.
Mr. Tentacle
Or Mrs. Tentacle Mouth.
We don't
Or
assume genders.
Mixed Tentacle Mouth. It's
or mixed tentacle mouth.
Yeah, we don't assume
so
genders.
We don't know.
Yeah,
Our
you killed a
person,
ghoul.
person.
Then you found a very deep shaft that was I'm gonna keep saying it until it loses all meaning. I found a very deep shaft that was 200 feet down. Everybody succeeded on their checks to climb down a rope. Almost.
Yeah, except me. Except me.
Yeah.
I did I critically fail, I think.
You
and
did
then
critically fail.
critically failed and fell at least 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
To
And then
amazingly
Big
not get
fell.
hurt, but mentally I
Yeah.
was very, very
Yeah, you were
unstable.
basically taken out after that. Everybody got down, but then that got the attention of some Freemason agents who were at work in the excavation chamber. And oh, Wally, what happened next when the Freemason agents came into the came to see what that noise was?
Oh my gosh! So those Freemason agents, they came to see what that noise was, and they got well. The first one got jacked. Well, no, that didn't happen first. First, we all decided to scramble and look for a hiding place, and I decided to run to the nearest hiding place I could find, which just happened to be the same hiding place that our dear bookworm was currently occupied in, and we almost
you
had
unlocked a trope achievement.
I did. I unlocked a trope achievement. Yeah, we unlocked that achievement, and we almost had a smooching, but then everyone started blasting.
Gunfire.
Gunfire just snapped us out of the moment. Because I mean, look, it happens. You're in a tight quarter with someone you're attracted to, and
you go down a shaft.
The adrenaline is picking up, and you're face to face. Things happen. Sometimes
there
you see
are
something to shock you out of it.
ghouls.
Yeah.
Time and place.
Yes, time and place. I understand that.
So
The
movie
adrenaline's
wise,
pumping.
perfect time and place.
Oh,
so.
no, yeah, perfect timing and place. But the fact that there were ghouls and people trying to kill us, not the best timing.
Hence the whole gunshot went off, came to their senses.
Yeah.
A fight ensued. One person, the person at the doorway got like brutally taken apart. Basically,
Gosh.
they were in bad shape, and then someone else died, and that because they hid behind a wheelbarrow,
and they never moved. And then they finally moved.
Story. Never hide and then not move.
There you go. Always keep it duck and weave.
Yeah.
You know, like hiding place. But this person did not, and they died. But you captured the other two, questioned them at length about what they were doing down here. They seemed to be after some sort of powerful artifact that they were trying to excavate from these old tunnels, and they had not found it yet. But they did already have this mask that apparently they could use to like command the ghouls or something like that. Which sort of explains how that whole thing was working. Does that mean the ghoul threat is over? You don't know. But there was something else they were looking for. You kept digging until you found a skull inside a wooden box that was etched with strange markings and had a weird vibe to it. That's for sure. So
Real bad vibes.
Very bad.
you
vibes.
escaped the ghoul den to find that the house that you had entered, the graveyard keeper's house, had been set on fire, meaning that the Freemasons were probably already at work to cover their tracks.
And they obviously have no chill
Oh,
whatsoever.
yeah.
Zero
I mean,
chill
None.
whatsoever.
That's
They
the
just
takeaway.
burned down the house and walked
They just
away.
threw a temper tantrum, burned down the damn house.
Yep, basically. You found your way back to your patron, one Grace de Beers, who you think works for some other organization, but you haven't quite put your finger on what. You have some suspicions. And she said that she would take these items that you found. She would need about a week to identify what they are. But in exchange, she also sort of filled you in on all the things you know, all the things that she knows that she passed on to you. And here are those things again, just for story's sake. There's a man named Harold Winchester, a name that you came across once before, who is a high-ranking Freemason that is a part of General William Howe's staff, the commanding general of the occupation of Boston. He really works for somebody else, but De Beers does not know who. And if they're using ghouls to accomplish their goals, there's bad news afoot. This Winchester guy was definitely behind this plot to kidnap Mary Pullman. And she would contact you when she knows more. So let's put on some jams, some colonial jams.
Pump up the jams. Pump it up.
And we can talk about what happens in the space in between. So it's been a week. You have a week to get around Boston. Now, normally that sounds great. You know, you have some spending money in your pocket. You can spend time with the people you care about. You have this room and board at the Footman's Rest that's been paid for, so that's nice. But also, Boston is currently being occupied by the Loyalist Army. And as the week goes on, you can feel the tension building. You can feel the mood in Boston continuing to grow taut as people know that a word gets around, rumors pass, that somewhere out there outside of Boston, the colonial forces led by General Washington are looking to push in and recapture the city. And so battle is coming. People are trying to flee in any way they can. So as much as it's nice to have all this free time, it's like, what are you going to do with that in kind of a war zone, right? So I would like to know, in this week that passes, what kind of things are you doing to pass the time? How do you spend a week until you wait to hear back from Grace de Beers?
Before they left Grace, Saoirse asked if she could perhaps either purchase or borrow a book on figure drawing.
Figure drawing. Drawing. And she says yes, and she gave you a book once before. This time she does not give it as a gift, but she gives you a steep discount.
Okay.
So I don't know how much that is, but it's probably just, you know, a gold piece or something like that, right? Or pound. We're not in Dungeons and Dragons. This is Zweihander. This is the Colonial Revolution. This is probably a pound. Let me look it up in the meantime. So she says, yes, of course. This one is upon the basics, the fundamentals. Is this something you're interested in? Do you like to draw?
I enjoy it. I feel like I would like to try to do it more.
Yes, all right. Yes, this is very good. You know that your papu was a very talented drawer as well.
My poo Drew.
Yes. Is he still alive? I have not heard from him in a long time.
Yes, the last I received a letter, he was
yes.
doing well.
I have not seen him in many years, but I'm sure he's fine. Here, let us see here. A book. Normally I would sell something like this for £3. But seeing as you are my friend and you are working on behalf of our cause, perhaps £1 would be fair. Yes.
That is more than fair. Thank you.
There you go. And have you seen this book? And she reaches onto the shelf and pulls out. It's not even a book. It's like a pamphlet. And the title of it is Common Sense by a man named Thomas Paine. And he says, have you seen this yet? It is rather new, just a year or two old.
I have not. I have heard a little bit about Mr. Payne, but is it good?
It is. I have my own copy at home. Perhaps the next time you come over, I will lend it to you, yes?
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
All right, please. I will be in touch with you as soon as I can, my dear. Now, if you are not careful, you must be home before the curfew, yes? We don't want you running to any patrols, all right? And she sends you off. So, Saoirse comes back with a new book. Nerd. Yeah.
Actually, Zeke
what
is
else
talk-
is new?
Yeah, really, what else is new there? Zeke is actually going to talk to her also and ask, like, he'll pull Auntie to the side and say, I have to say what you're doing is it's pretty impressive.
That, running a bookshop.
Well, no, not just running the bookshop. I mean,
I'm making a joke, Mr. Brathwaite. I know what you mean. It's a funny joke.
Yeah, it is kind of fun.
I can tell a joke.
I'm not saying you're not the type to tell jokes. You actually seem like a very incredibly you seem like a very charming woman. I'm certain of that.
Thank you. I appreciate this kind words, but why? What brings this up?
Well, something I've been thinking about lately is I want to do more for all this, for the revolutionary, for the cause, everything, and I don't know what kind of work you would have for someone like me. I have a very unique kind of set of skills. You know, I'm good at rabble rousing and taking things from people. It's kind of like a set of skills I kind of cultivated for a while. You know, just to survive. But
do you mean you are good at stirring up the will of the people?
Yeah, I'm good at that, and also good at getting things and taking them from point A to point B without giving notice.
Ah, I see. So smuggling as well, yes?
Yeah, very good at it.
I am sure opportunities for things such as this will present themselves in due time. For now, you are already helping the revolution with what you're doing. But of course, if one of these ways of life, if one of these professions, you would call them, if one of them appeals to you, yes, of course, I encourage you to follow down that path. I trust you to make these decisions.
Yeah, well, of course, it's just it's kind of hard for someone like me in this world.
I understand, yeah.
If you know what I mean. Of course. It's difficult to try to just get up and start a life again.
I understand, yes. War is an awful business for everyone, but especially for those on the outside, yes?
Yeah.
Well, please let me think more on this, okay? And but if you see an opportunity arise, you snatch it. Yes,
snatch it.
Snatch it.
Snatch it. Like
you seize the day. Carpe diem.
Oh, carpe diem. Ah, yeah. I saw words.
Is Saoirse still there? Because like if she was there, like when she says carpe diem, and Ezekiel pretends she would like look at Saoirse and like back at Ezekiel and talk to Saoirse about it. It's Latin.
Oh, right, yeah. Latin. I can speak 2 languages, but Latin I'm terrible at.
What other language do you speak?
Oh, I speak French, and he speaks a bit in French. My parents were from Louisiana, and
I see. Oh, well, that may come in handy before long, but of course you always have Saoirse as well. But
Oh
least.
yeah, and actually, the second language I learned is because of her. And he starts speaking the Greek.
Oh, I see. Oh, and since I see a look of surprise on her face.
You speak Greek. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. I taught myself Greek while I was back at the printing store with you and your
You
Papu.
taught yourself Greek.
Well, yeah, just read the books and Papu helped me out. I don't know a lot. I don't know how to read it, read full out manuscripts or anything, but I can say, the basics. I can say, hello, my name is Ezekiel. Where is your bathroom? And he says that in Greek, in perfect Greek.
But please, Ezekiel, please do not get the nouns confused.
Oh no, right. That's the thing I really need to.
My name is bathroom. Where is your Ezekiel? This would not make any sense.
Thank you very much. But
she's in a goofy mood today.
Yeah, she is.
I love her so fucking much.
I learned Greek, because just wanted to know what she was saying about me.
Hold on, I'm gonna make. Hold on, I'm gonna roll a scrutinize check. It's great. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. Nothing crazy about a scrutinize. Here we go. No, she fails, but just barely. So she does look between the two of you and is like, match.
And he looks with like, what? It makes perfect sense. She always was saying stuff about me all the time. She would say something in Greek and something like maybe you should walk a bit faster instead of taking your time or something like that along those lines.
That was one time. It was to my Papu, and you think far too much of yourself to think that I was speaking of you all the time.
And then, like, when she says that, he then turns around, grabs a chair, pulls it over to a table, just for emphasizing point. He grabs the table, pulls it over to the table, and just does this. Oh, so you were talking about me.
The one time.
But you were talking about me.
This has become very awkward. And I must ask you to leave so I can close the shop.
Oh, right. Thank you once again, ma'am, for everything you've been helping us out with. He gives her a handshake and clasps both of his hands around hers.
She shakes it back. She's strong.
She's strong. It's quite a grip.
She beefy Dutch lady. And she she says, yes, thank you again for everything you did tonight, but please, I must contact some people and get to work identifying these objects.
Of course.
And off you go. You start your walk back to where the footmen's rest. It's before dark, so the patrols don't give you any trouble. How else are we spending this week? The days go on. Nobody bothers you inside the footmen's rest. Sometimes there's knocks on the door, but the innkeeper, who obviously works for Miss De Beers, can get rid of them pretty easily. What else is going on?
Well, I mean, before this probably, because everyone was a little bit worse for wear after the last few days of whatever. Especially Nessa herself after that fall and everything. So, so she spent time, working, using spells to try and get everyone better. Using especially one called Divine Breath that uses breathing in sort of smoke and blowing it out over herself and other people and stuff. So some ritual sort of things. It's like 3 hours of casting. So there's like big meditation sessions almost with everyone, like just healing everybody up and almost debriefing everything that's happened. I feel like, and talking
maybe
it all through.
Maybe I'm reading too much into this.
Okay.
But like, so you all are sitting in a room, and it's filling up with smoke.
We're just,
Oh my
we're just
God.
smoking
Using us
pot.
to heal us?
And then at the end, everyone just feels a lot better.
So basically, are you saying just that we have one big smoke session?
One big bong. Yeah, right. Okay.
But you have to do it like a couple of days in a row.
I'm
right?
trying to make it spiritual and dark. You just take it to a
I
different level.
I certainly did not. I did not intend to say it was anything other than that.
I mean,
Yeah, okay,
hey,
so
you
we all
can-
feel better,
If
though.
you smoke enough, you can make it a spiritual
Yeah,
experience.
really, you can. That's very true. That is so very true.
Yeah, it's a spiritual experience. I expect. Okay, I'm gonna take it to this level because without like saying anything for the others, but the room gets very smoky at one point, and we lose a couple of them at one point and aren't sure whether they've deliberately snuck off into a quiet corner. How do I point to the right people?
It's Phineas and the bartender, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, it's Phineas and the bartender. I didn't want to say because he's not here to defend himself, but yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, because I think a few other patrons just turn up for some strange reason, just because they're like, "Pool party."
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
There aren't. I bet it does. There aren't a lot of patrons. Every once in a while,
fine, then.
a confused,
Wanders into the
displaced
room.
person will like, "Oh, I didn't know this tavern, this inn was here," and they'll sort of wander in. And
Like-
the bartender. I don't know if we gave the innkeeper a name. Did we?
I don't. We didn't. I don't think
I
we
didn't
did.
write it down if we did.
Chat. We need a name for a Revolutionary War innkeeper.
Rudiger.
Yeah.
Rudiger.
So let's. There you go. So Emmanuel is one that's good. Okay, I like Emmanuel.
That is a pretty good one.
Emmanuel
Okay.
Rudiger.
Emmanuel Rudiger. Oh my gosh, that's really freaking good. Hold on.
That is actually a really colonial name, right there.
Wow.
Wow,
great
how do you
name.
spell that? Jeez,
With an
that's really
I, and then Rudiger would be Rutiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Emmanuel Rudiger, who is the innkeeper, like when these
For sure.
randos wander in, he's like, he has to pretend like it's a functioning inn, right? And he's like, "Oh yeah, all right. Yes, we do have rooms." And this happens like once in a while, not a lot. Over the course of a week, maybe 2 times. But then yes, during these healing sessions, these randos do show up and like sit in on your healing sessions for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, they
gosh.
feel great.
They
but-
feel fantastic up at
yeah,
afterwards.
they feel great.
Like this is like there's like one who's like sort of an elderly lady, and she says, "I was very nervous before today, but I feel much better." Just like,
How is your eyesight, grandmother? Is it clearing up a little bit?
"Oh yes, it is. Thank you, dear." Oh, I love these people.
You cured your glaucoma. Look at
I-
that.
Yeah, you filled it.
Well,
filled it right
I've
up,
been
man.
practicing.
It's incredible.
Um,
It must be this eel pie.
uh, yes, that bowl was definitely yours.
That's his eel pie problem.
Yeah, Nessa just looks so dejected because someone took the eel pie she was about to eat. He's like, "Yeah, you can have that."
More eel pie. So, what else is going on here? So people are healed up. Their peril is down to normal. It's unhindered, I think. Your health is all better. You're all healed up from your tussle with the ghouls. And anything else we want to do? You could shop. There are still some shops open.
Ooh, there is shopping.
Otherwise, how do you just kill time other than
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Ezekiel is going to go check in on Cersei. Knock on her door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who is it?
Your mother.
Couple moments later.
Hey, Cersei, how you doing?
Hi.
Just wanted to, because we've been through a lot. Just wanted to check on, see how you were doing after, because we saw a lot down there. A lot of.
We saw several reanimated corpses.
Yes, That's what we saw. We saw several reanimated corpses. We saw a lot of dead bodies.
We made a lot of them.
We made a lot of dead
actually.
bodies. Yeah. So I just wanted to check on you and see, mentally you doing good. And,
I'm fairly good at compartmentalizing our job.
right, and don't doubt that one bit. Actually, you show that to me every single day. You're pretty good at it. Listen, frick, how am I going to say this? You're great, Cersei. You're great. I can't picture any. I'm glad that you're on my side during all this. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here as well.
And it's just been thinking about things and putting my whole mortality into question and everything, putting my life on the line and stuff, and saying if there ever was a chance that in the future that we could see each other in it, I wouldn't mind if you were there, made an appearance.
Oh. Are you asking to court me, Ezekiel?
Such a weird term for it, but yeah,
It's actually a fairly standard
it's
term.
it's a silly term. Asking you to court you, it's like, I'm not trying to be fancy about it, Cersei. I'm just trying to say, look, I like you a lot. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like make a big deal about it. I ain't trying to just like buy a horse with you or anything and ride off into sunset or some shit. I'm just saying this. Just like you.
I like you too. When you're not being an utter brute.
I find that to be part of my charm.
You would.
Guys, there's eel pie downstairs. I'm just letting you know. There's new pie.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some. Okay. I'm sorry. I heard you were both in here, and I just want to let you know. Okay.
Thanks, Nessa.
Thank you. I'll be down there in a moment.
Be there in a
Okay.
minute.
Ah,
Be there.
Save me a bowl, please.
If they have bread, make sure they have some extra. So let's get some meal pie, or you can.
That sounds great.
And he does that whole thing where it's like he's trying to be suave about it, and does like the pushes off the door frame, trying to be cool about it. He turns around, he stumbles a bit, turns back a bit, like, finger guns, and then turns around and goes downstairs.
Finger guns out.
Yeah.
This is appropriately smooth. After a few days of awkward flirting and and healing smoke sessions, you realize that Phineas hasn't been coming down to breakfast anymore, or lunch, or dinner. And when you think to go and check on his bed, there's a note on his bed.
I go check because that's Phineas is my friend, and I want to make sure they're okay.
Yeah, it is directed towards you. It actually is. It's intended. It's addressed to Ezekiel and the others.
I put up the letter.
And yeah.
Ouch.
Put on
Yeah,
my readers.
I know, right?
Put on my readers.
Nerd. Yeah, I'm calling everybody a nerd tonight.
I know, really.
Nothing wrong with being a nerd.
Hold a mirror
All
up to
nerds
yourself
here.
first before you poke some fingers
Heal
at
thyself.
everyone.
It
Nothing
basically
wrong with being
the
a
gist.
nerd. It's good.
Yeah,
It's an honor.
It's good. It's good to be a nerd. It's good.
It's an honor.
The gist of it is that he's got a lead on a group of people who are, like, the phrasing that he's using is doing actual good. And like so there's references to the revolution and things like that, and he's going to sneak his way out of Boston to find these people, and said that he'll probably get back in touch with you. Roll me a scrutinize check, Zeke.
Scrutinize. Am I going to scrutinize? I don't know. Let's see. Oof. Oof. I can tell you I don't make it because I got an 86.
It strikes you as odd. It's kind of a weird, abrupt departure. Yeah, that's all you're left with.
All right. Well, that's.
I assume you're going to tell the others?
Yeah, I go tell the others about this. Yeah. I head downstairs. I tell him like, hey, so Finn left. He said he had got a lead on some other work that needs to be done, so he wants to go take care of it.
By himself?
Yeah. I mean, he gives a letter to Nessa and to Cersei, like, here, this is what he wrote.
You all read the same thing. If either of you wants to do a scrutinized check, that would be cool. So everyone at home, this is, again, if it's your first time with us, it's a D100 system. So we have a percentile dice roll, and you're trying to get beneath your skill, kind of like Call of Cthulhu or Warhammer, other stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I definitely get under it, because it's a 31 roll. So scrutinize is actually a 52 I have to get under.
What about Saoirse?
I got a 7.
Woo!
Ooh,
yes. Nessa, you get that whole gist that he is gone. He's by himself. Nessa, the impression that you're left with is it's a little bit grouchy in its tone and in its phrasing. Saoirse, the impression that you get is that he's kind of pissed about what happened down in the Ghoul Caves. That he learned that his friends were kind of laughing behind his back, even if that wasn't exactly the case. That was and so he's like going off to find people who really care about me and blah, 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 and all this stuff.
Oh dear.
What's wrong?
What? He's angry.
Yeah, I think we hurt his feelings. I think he wants to prove himself a little bit.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah.
I didn't mean to upset him.
It's all of us. Look, yeah, we all played our parts and be on our heels to the kid, and I just really hope he comes back okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want the kid. I wouldn't want the kid to leave us on sour notes or anything, but I do hope he comes back.
Maybe he just needs a little time out from everyone, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's a lesson learned. We gotta be a little bit nicer. He believes anything though, for goodness sake. I mean, the boy. Okay. Anyways, no.
A voice pipes up from the corner of the room and says, "He sounds pretty immature."
I waft away some of the smoke.
like, who's in that? What's that?
You still here, sir? You should.
Yes.
You need to go back to your wife. She's gonna wonder where you are.
Okay, so last call. If there's anything you want to do during this week break, basically, in colonial occupied Boston.
I'm actually good for now, unless someone else says something I want to do.
Okay.
Not specific stuff, but I think the Healy stuff is. I'm thinking like I'm leaning towards the whole my brain suddenly stops functioning. I'm leaning towards the folk healer thing.
Okay.
So I think
We
that
can
she
say
will
you
be
start to think about that.
experimenting more. Like I think the healing sessions with everyone and other stuff, she starts to really sort of like, yeah, lean into that and go and goes off to sort of learn and study a little bit more and gather materials and
Sweet.
things.
Maybe buy some reagents, some spellcasting stuff.
Yes.
What have you? Think that through.
Yeah.
You can find most of those things in the city. It's still a big city, even though it's the site of such tragedy. 6 days pass.
Saoirse's gonna be drawing, probably like on the sly,
Okay.
like maybe catching people in the common room and sitting by the fire with her books like usual, but she's not reading. She's like sketching.
That's awesome. Also, what is awesome is our friend Val, who just gifted 5 subs to InfiniteRP. Thank you, Valkyria.
Thank you.
Love you so
Yay.
much. I miss you, friend. I miss playing with you.
Yeah.
You're
Thank
great.
you.
I was among those. I wasn't subscribed to this channel.
This is your channel.
Money. Well, it's not my channel. I'm just on it a lot. But yes, I appreciate that. Thank you, Val. 6 days pass. You are all practicing different things, maybe considering new avenues in life to take, sketching and practicing healing. And what does it mean to stir up a revolution, things like that. The night after the 6th day, how about an awareness check from everybody?
How many coins did we have? Just out of interest again,
We have 3.
We had
You
3.
have 3 coins in
You
your
have
pocket.
1.
I have
Okay.
1.
I got a
Fair
30.
enough.
I got a 33.
Okay. Oh, that's a critical success, huh?
Yes, it is.
Woo! I had to beat a 58, and then I did just barely. I got a 52.
Okay. What about
Yeah,
Nessa?
I got an 85, which does not beat a 52.
That's what happens when you eat too much eel pie.
I'm not aware at all.
Mhm.
And also, the room
Mhm.
is still filled with smoke. She hasn't opened a window
Oh
at all.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, this definitely happens in her room. So yeah. Ezekiel, you are in the middle of a dream when a pounding sound awakes you from your sleep.
Huh.
Hard pounding coming from downstairs
Oh,
at the front door of the inn.
Uh.
And Saoirse, after a little while, you're woken up too. Not quite with the alertness that Ezekiel is, but you are aware that something is happening inside the inn.
I rub the sleep from my eyes. I'm like, that was a good dream. Oh boy.
You wake up. You figure it's after midnight. For sure.
I get up and I grab like pants and a coat, put it on, and I head out the room. And I kind of like peek down from above down to below, like in a really silently way.
Emmanuel is up in his nightgown and is talking to somebody at the door, and then closes the door and comes back, and he's holding a piece of paper.
Ezekiel looks down from the second floor rafting. He's like, "Oh, pretty late for a messenger. What's up?"
Well, yeah. Keep your voice down. This is for you, actually. Come
Me?
here. Well, all of you, you and your friends.
Oh, all right. He has downstairs.
Even that little shite who dipped out in the middle of the night.
Hey! He isn't a little shite, all right? Choose your words wisely before you talk about him.
Here's your mail, Governor. And he hands it over.
Snatches the mail from them, looks it open.
And
And your
right.
sleeping hat's silly looking, by the way.
Your sleeping hat's silly. You don't even wear one.
Exactly, because I know it looks silly.
Gentlemen, why are
Oh,
we
sorry, dear.
arguing
I'm
at
sorry, miss.
midnight? What's going on?
Apologies. I'm going back to bed here. He'll explain it. Goes off back to his room.
Good night.
Yeah. He like heads back up to the level where she's at and like reading the letter as he's walking.
It's a note from Grace De Beers. And it says, come to my house at first light. It says, friends. Gets you her friends. says, friends, come to my house at first light. There's something we need to discuss, and it cannot wait.
Oh, all right. We got to get over to Grace and Beer's house. Something big is going down, and she can't wait.
Mhm.
First light. So,
Dawn.
get yourself. Yeah, dawn. So
Nessa
get
gets to
yourself
keep sleeping.
Nessa
How
gets-
nice.
Yeah.
Nessa doesn't even have to get up. She can wait till dawn.
Yeah. So we got a couple more hours.
She
So.
definitely has a sleeping hat as well.
Nice. Excellent. Yeah.
Naturally.
For sure. Oh, I want us to put on record that Emmanuel has his sleeping hat is one of those long, like Wee Willie Winky, like.
Totally, that's what I was totally
Long,
picturing.
yeah.
That's why you made fun of it, because Zeke is
Yeah,
kind of a
for
jerk. And by kind of, he is.
Absolutely. So dawn comes. You sleep fine for the rest of the night, but it takes you a while to fall asleep, But once you sleep okay. You wake up and you go to get Nessa, and the three of you make your way over to Beck Street Books, which is the storefront of Grace de Beers. As you get there, it's quite obvious that something is going on. How about just one more awareness check from all three of you? Love these awareness checks. Love them.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. I got a 64, and I got to beat us 52.
At
I
68.
got a 19, so I'm good
Okay.
for that.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
This time Nessa comes through. Look at that.
She's the only one who got a full night's sleep, so it's
There you
understandable.
go.
That's very fair.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, she got a full night's sleep straight from start to finish. Didn't wake up once.
Nessa, it appears there's a commotion coming from the house. You see lanterns moving through the windows, multiples. And something about this, in your attunement to the divine and to arcane powers, something here is bad. And you get the feeling that the three of you might want to find a place to watch from the shadows.
Oh, wait, slow down, come back. Okay, do you not see the lanterns in the windows? I don't think this is, we need to watch for a little bit. I don't think this is right. This doesn't look like a
All right,
welcoming party, if you know what I mean.
How about I try to get as close as I can if I can hear anything.
Okay, but be very careful, because, yeah,
Come on, come on. Nessa, come on, it's me.
So there is
So we should all ask you to be careful then.
You know what?
She's
There
got a
is-
point.
there is a row of bushes across the street, and in front of those bushes are parked it's kind of like a salesperson's wagon. It looks like it's something about selling tonics or something like that someone has parked there. You figure that's probably good cover, but I'd need everybody to make me a stealth check.
Yeah, I got a 33 again.
Oh, boy.
I got an 11.
Oh, snap.
What is it with me and stealth checks? I was the one who spotted the danger. Should I spend a coin, guys? I got 79.
Sure.
I say yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do
okay. Can I spend a coin and re-roll that?
Absolutely. Send a coin over my way.
Come on. Oh, God. 84.
Oh, no.
I got worse.
Nope.
No.
Ezekiel
I
and
missed something and then
Search it.
step on a really loud slide. Careful.
Ezekiel and Saoirse blend into the bushes like ye old Navy SEALs or something like that, and just disappear. Nessa's so startled by this that she does step on a loud branch, which makes a cracking sound, but then she sort of dives into the bushes next to you. All of you, at seeing that there's danger afoot, you take 7 points of peril each. And just
Wait,
make
so
sure that doesn't
7
move
is
your
my
peril.
peril threshold.
That means you move down one rank.
I am
so you are
imperiled.
imperiled. It doesn't affect your scores just
Not
yet, or your
yet.
rolls, so you should be okay. But
If
it is
if
kind
it
of
doesn't
eerie.
meet our peril threshold, then nothing happens.
Correct.
Okay.
You withstand it. So if it doesn't meet your peril
Oh,
threshold, you're okay.
actually, yeah. So you said it's by 7, right?
Yep.
Because I'm jaded, it goes down by 2.
Excellent. And it is kind of dark and shadowy out, if that matters to anyone.
Oh wait, my peril has probably changed.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Because if you
has
got
it?
6, 7, 8. No, it's 9 now. I don't.
Excellent.
I should have changed
Okay.
it. It's not 7 anymore because my W
So
went
no
up.
peril for anyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
You
so
are,
it would, that might affect it. It when it's dark and shadowy, I have to flip to fail because I'm essentially afraid of the dark now. But I got an 11, so I
So you're
flip
good.
it.
That's
It's
always
11.
success. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So all of you sort of take cover behind this wagon and watch the storefront. After a few moments, a redcoat walks out and stands by the door, clearly on watch. And another few moments pass. You sort of wait. You can see still several figures moving around inside the bookshop and sometimes through the windows upstairs. And you hear a voice. And the voice cries out in a croaky whisper. It says, "It's not here! Where is it? Bring me my mask!" And there's some more tussling and stuff. And then they're all still inside there, but you're all left out here wondering what's going on. Do you just watch? Do you talk to one another? What do you do?
Oh,
Someone is looking for what we found.
yeah, sure seems that way.
I'm not surprised, really. The fact that they know it's here is disconcerting. Well, it was always going to be a dangerous bringing it back. Well, we can't have them get it, so.
And how are we gonna get in there? Obviously, that's probably the reason why she's probably wanted us to come over here. She knew these guys are coming for looking for her.
Yeah, well, they got here earlier than us. How many do we think there are? That's what we need to know.
I like try to see how many there are in there.
Okay. Roll me another awareness. This one's going to be -10, and flip to fail because it's so dark out.
I got a 2.
Ooh, baby. So a 20.
So it's 20.
If you flip it,
yes.
but it doesn't fail.
No, it does not.
That's a
Because
great.
my awareness
you,
is pretty good.
You start counting. It's hard when they all match. Wearing the same thing, but you can look through the window to get a good look, and you start counting. There's one that's moving much slower than the others, sort of hunched over in a way. And you start counting all the others. So there's that one, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you keep counting and counting. You lose count at about a dozen.
He like slides back into the bushes like, okay, so yeah, there's about a dozen of those guys in there.
We cannot take on a dozen redcoats.
We can't. We can't.
Well, are they redcoats? I thought they were. Are they not?
Oh no, those are redcoats.
Mm-hmm, they're all
Right.
redcoats for sure. That's what Ezekiel saw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
my brain decided they were the Freemasons.
Just filling it in.
Perhaps a distraction? Something to lure at least some of them out?
At this point, the front door opens. The man who's standing in front steps aside, and out of the front door of the bookshop, so the downstairs, there's 2 doors here. One leads into the bookshop, one leads upstairs to Grace's dwelling. A man walks out. He is hunched, but even in a hunched state, you can tell that he is tall. He's wearing a red coat, but on the shoulders are golden epaulets. And most alarming is that all over his body, he is wrapped in bandages, like almost like a mummified corpse. And you can see that he is concerningly gaunt. He's very, very emaciated. And his skin, what little you can see peeking through, is withered and cracked. And as he walks out of the front door, he's followed by what you can quickly count to be almost maybe 15 soldiers. And the man says, "It is no matter. Now that we have the woman, Washington's defeat will be within our grasp." And slowly, they all turn and make their way down the street away from the shop, leaving the doors hanging open and the cold February wind blowing through these buildings.
We don't see a woman with them, though, even an unconscious one.
You don't. No, you don't see any prisoners, or you don't see any sign of Grace.
Oh
no.
no.
No, this isn't good. This is not good. I like wait a couple of moments after they leave. Like I wait a couple of beats, making sure like nobody's coming back to do any like second scouting of the place after they leave. And then I head into the house.
After a few minutes of waiting, everything's quiet. It doesn't look like they're coming back. And so you can make your way in. Do you want to go into the house? Or would you like to go into the bookshop?
I'm going to go into the bookshop.
Okay. You enter the front door of the bookshop. And let's see here. What kind of check do I want from you for this as you sort of look things over? How about, let's hear also from Saoirse and Nessa. Where do you guys want to go?
I'd like to check up in Grace's quarters just to see if it looks like there's a sign of a struggle or something of that nature. Maybe she hid something for us, left something for us.
Nice. All right. Let's say anybody who wants to make me, this would be awareness. So make an awareness check for me as you search the grounds. Nessa, where are you heading?
I'm curious because they seemingly they don't have what they're looking for. They have her, but they don't know clearly where she hid these items. And so
That's the impression you got, yeah, but they couldn't find the mask.
So I don't know if I'm any good at this, but I would like to look for maybe, I don't know, the classic hidden door in the bookshop, thing, or hidden, or a book that
false wall,
false book or something, where I think she maybe would hide something of importance that they wouldn't get.
All right, awareness from you two then. How did you guys do on awareness?
I got a 46 on my awareness, and my awareness score that's a success. Yeah.
Sweet.
I rolled a 15, which is definitely below a 52. So yeah,
I got a 53,
what about Saoirse?
which beats the necessary 58.
Nice. Everybody succeeds as you search the grounds. Ezekiel, on the first floor, you're looking over the bookshop, and the tables have been upturned. Books strewn everywhere. Maybe your first thought is we can't let Saoirse see this because these are crimes against books.
Yeah, like that's the first thing I said. Like, Saoirse will get sick if she saw this.
She would. And so you're looking over that. Nessa, you go along the walls. You're looking for any sort of false cabinets, anything like that. And with those successful rolls, here's what you learn. Nessa, there's nothing hidden down here. This is just a place of business. There's no hiding places. Or maybe there is, but it holds like, a little bit of coin or something like that under the counter. Ezekiel, it looks like this place has been ransacked and searched, but it doesn't look like there's any sort of struggle down here. So upstairs, yeah, go ahead.
I also, like, while I'm looking specifically for like any sign of anything Grace may have left behind. If she did get if that's the person they were talking about that got kidnapped, did Grace leave anything like behind as a clue for us to follow this
Oh,
person?
nice. You don't find anything in the bookshop. Upstairs, Saoirse is looking over Grace's residence, and things are all over the place, thrown apart. The first thing that you notice, Saoirse, is that against the back wall of her main living area is a painting. And it looks like an officer in the British Army, but there is a deep slash across the face of the person. And there is a name on a brass plate at the bottom, and it reads Harold Winchester. It's obvious to you that this is the man you just saw outside, but something has happened to him. He looks healthy and whole in this picture, and you don't think it's just artistic flattery. Something has caused him to... Oh, you're muted, friend. I think.
We also knew that he was a Freemason, right?
Yeah, we did.
And you think that he does have some strange garb hanging over his uniform, which you think might be connected to the Freemasons. You can make that connection with knowing what you know. You continue to look as the others search downstairs, and you get to the dining area where you had that meal together, and you sort of lean against the table, just sort of like sighing, you know what I mean? And when you do, you notice that the table wiggles just a little bit. And you look underneath, and it looks like one of the legs is off on this table, and so it's being propped up. And underneath one of the table legs, you find this pamphlet entitled Common Sense by Thomas Paine. But it's sealed with red wax on one edge. And the wax is marked with half of a symbol of a shield with a cross on it.
We know that symbol.
We do?
Yeah, we've seen that symbol before.
Yeah, just trying to
That's
remember.
right.
We have seen that symbol before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was Grace's symbol, wasn't it? Because she sent the note about Mary being in danger.
You can say the others have come upstairs now for this conversation. As you pull it out from underneath the table.
So what you find? Oh, what's going? Oh, wow. Dang, there's been a little thing.
Do you see the portrait?
Yeah, that looks like
it was the same man, but
he looks
not
healthier, like younger or something.
Well, I'm going to take a shot in the dark here and say that something seriously wrong and potentially unnatural has happened to him. But I found this. Grace had mentioned that I should read this new pamphlet by Mr. Paine. She sealed it with her symbol, I think.
Well, I guess maybe that's this is meant for you to read. Maybe there's something in here. Because if she left that for you, maybe she wanted you to see something.
Right. She'll take out some of her drawing stuff. She's gonna just do a good rubbing of the seal.
Of the symbol? Nice,
yeah.
Great. And then do you break the seal?
Yes.
You break it.
Break the seal. I have to. I'm sorry. I'm so curious.
You break the seal and open it up. Inside, the pamphlet does not contain the words of Thomas Paine, but instead a letter. And it says, "Friends, if you have received this, then all has gone wrong. 2 days ago, when we parted ways, I mentioned that you would not hear from me for a while. The intervening time I have spent on a search. Many are looking for Elizabeth Gold, and I am one of them. Plans are afoot, and her survival is vital to the success of the 13 colonies. Elizabeth Gold is being held by agents of evil in the village of Winnisemet. She was captured by the Freemasons and is to be killed by the end of the week. I have discovered she is being held at the tavern called the Drunken Fish. If you are reading this, then I have not made our scheduled rendezvous. I would ask for the rebellion to take up the task of freeing Miss Gold from the clutches of His Majesty's Freemasons. We cannot let her die. And it is signed Grace de Beers.
Can you spell the name of the
I
place again?
will copy that whole thing out for y'all and give it to you in chat. But in the meantime, that's where we're going to take our break. So when we get back, we can decide what the group wants to do next. Everybody at home, go get a drink. Go get some water or whatever kind of beverage and a snack and use the bathroom. And we'll be back here. Let's be back here in 10 minutes. We'll be back here at 1:30, and we will continue with the story of Flames of Freedom. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. Hey everyone, welcome back. I don't know what that was. Welcome back to Flames of Freedom here on InfiniteRP. I'm your historian, Doc Rimbo. We are with our friends Ezekiel and Saoirse and Nessa, otherwise known as Wally and Sid and Kate, and they have been they had a little break, a week off, and then they went to meet their contact, and it seems like she has been abducted. She's also looking for somebody named Elizabeth Gold, a name that has come up a few times before for this group, but they know that she has been taken to a town called Winnisemet. Oh, I got to put that text in there for y'all so you can read it. Which is outside of Boston, and they need to figure out what to do next to save their contact, their patron. So y'all just read this note that apparently Grace De Beers left behind in case her efforts to stay undetected failed. You saw Henry Winchester and a whole troop of redcoats leaving her shop, meaning that she is likely in his possession along with Elizabeth Gold. And now you have to figure out, okay, what do we do now? So how does everyone react once you read this note? What do y'all say to him?
Well, damn.
We need to go.
We need to get going. We don't have time to waste.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go to the village and do the best we can. Let's go.
And off they go.
We run. How do we get around? Do we have
That's
transportation?
a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I just put the whole text of the letter in the chat here on GridFan.
Ah, you put it in there.
Okay, cool.
And you can read it.
Can I also put it in our Discord? Just
yeah, of course, but wherever you want.
got
That is just fine with me. So, in Flames of Freedom, there are different ways of traveling that you can kind of choose, or I guess I can choose as your friendly historian. We could just gloss over it where we say, tell me how you're going to get there. You make your way. We can do making your way to Winnisemet. Or we can use the overland travel tools that they give us in the book. Let's do a little bit of those. I'm not super familiar with these tools yet, and I don't want to pretend like I am, but here's what we need to know is that when you do overland travel, there are 3 roles that people take for each stretch. And this is just a short stretch. Winnisemet is basically around the bay to the north of Boston. So it's going to be, oh shoot, let me look. How many days travel is it? Yeah. It is, where is it? It's not far. You can go by land and you can get there within a day or so. But you also know that from the letter, Grace De Beers insinuates that you have about 48 to 72 hours before Elizabeth Gold is executed. So you probably want to get going as quick as you can. Now you have other options as well. You can find a way to go by sea. So, by land or by sea. You can, if you can think of a way to get a boat, you can sail across the harbor, and that has its own share of challenges. So that's something for you to decide as players. How are we going to get to this town on the other side of the harbor?
I would like to use my if I have any. Do I have any connections?
This is a great chance for me to say that if you want to spend one of your coins here,
I would like
absolutely
to
do have a connection.
I would like to do that. I would like to do this. I would like to spend one of my coins to say that Ezekiel has a connection. Their connection is you saw it? Yes.
That's real good. I like that very much. There's me with my glasses and my wig on. ACN, did you do this? I know you did this.
Oh my gosh, I love that picture. I was so waiting for your reaction to it.
That is so fantastic. We're only at 17 retweets, so that's close enough for the wig, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Hell yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so. So tell me about your connections while I put on my colonial wig.
connection is a smuggler.
Yeah.
That Ezekiel has worked with many times.
Okay.
A Native American.
Okay.
Named their name is Bear.
Okay. Cool.
And it's someone that they've worked with many times in the past in smuggling. And they have like a boat that they have used to get out of the harbor, and
I love
then to get out of the harbor to make other connections to other to transferring goods.
So if there's one thing that Boston does not have a shortage of, oh my gosh, look at this fantastic wig. If there's one thing that if there's one thing that Boston...
Can we get a profile with the glasses so that you look like the picture?
How does it look? How did ACN do?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, like that. There it is.
If there's one thing that Boston does not have a shortage of, it is wharfs. Like, they got wharfs for days, right? I mean, there's wharfs all around because it's a little peninsula, right? It's a little like bulb shape, and so there's wharfs all around the outside. And so you can say that you know that Bear has been doing favors for people, running them back and forth out of town on their boat, but also they might take some convincing too. So you offer this information to the rest of the group.
Yeah, I tell them like, okay, this guy I know, his name is Bear. We've done a couple of work together. They've been pretty reliable in getting people in and out of cities. So maybe we can talk to him. He can help us out. Just we may have to convince him because I mean he's a friend, but this is still his job.
Does he ally with the cause?
Oh yeah, he does.
He's cool.
He's cool. I can vouch for him.
What's this vibe like? No, I'm kidding. Perfect. All right. We'll follow your lead then.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
You want me to let me pick a wharf?
Pick a wharf.
Pick a wharf.
Pick a wharf.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Got a wolf under there? No, the wolf's moving around.
Say that, friend. You want a wolf? Let me find one.
If you like this wolf, I've got a bridge in New
I
York
wanna
City
find-
I can tell you.
I want like the funniest named dwarf I can find, though. I lost him. Oh, it's at the beginning of the chapter. That's why I can't find the Boston map. Silly Justin. All right. So, wharf-wise. Well, you already been to Bull's Wharf, so that's boring. Oh, I lost my Boston map again. All right. We'll say that Bear has their boat at a place called Long Wharf, and that's where he's been doing most of his business, or they're doing most of their business. Maybe he's not. He's a non-binary baby. Yeah, but you don't know. So, you know that he's down at Long Wharf, so you sort of get the group together.
Yeah, head on.
Now, you also know that it's going to take you some time to get there. Even by boat, it's going to take most of the day. You might want to bring some food along, but Emmanuel Rudiger packs up some eel hand pies for you. And
What a mensch.
just for the road.
Emmanuel.
You know, it's
He's
kind of
gonna miss
funny.
him.
I just picture now because like Nessa is the most rough and tumble one of all of us. You know, just running up into the fights, just headbutting people, and she has a chance for eel pie. I just picture like the eel pie is her equivalent of spinach for Popeye. Like she pulls out
for
a eel
sure.
pie
That's
and she
really
eats it,
secret
and
power
like
unleashed.
her like muscle just goes. Boom, it's all
It's like Mario eating a mushroom, right?
Did you guys know what Cornish pasties are like?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So I am imagining a to-go one being that sort of thing, like just a hand, like Cornish pasty style pie. So she'd be like running up to people, dodging eyes, munching. Yes.
I just choked on my
I'm
beer
Nestor
thinking about
the
this.
Healer
That's how funny that is.
now.
Man. All right.
I love it.
Actually, you know what? I don't want to call it Long Wharf because I found the thing with all the wharfs. Here they go. Everybody at home, strap in. Ready? Waldo's Wharf.
How
Freeman's
are we
Wharf.
gonna find it?
Ruck's
Surely it's
Wharf.
Where's Waldo's Wharf? I mean, I can't even say it.
Varent's Wharf. Pameter's Wharf. Hunt's Wharf. Thornton's Shipyard. Great and Greenwood Shipyard. Clark's Shipyard. Scarlett's Wharf. Hancock's Wharf. Haywood's Wharf. Clark's Wharf. Burrell's Wharf. Wentworth's Wharf. Belcher's Wharf. T Wharf. There is a Long Wharf. There's a Long Wharf.
There was a Long Wharf. Oh.
Yay!
I think that's
Is there a short wharf?
That's like half of them.
A long wharf implies a short wharf.
Yeah, it does.
Long Wharf is right by T Wharf, and I wonder if that's where the Boston Tea Party was. Anyway. Okay.
Can we go to Belcher's Wharf?
You go to
Kind of
Belcher's
like
Wharf.
Wentworth
You go to Belcher's Wharf.
Wharf.
And when you
Hard to
get
say.
there, there is a woman standing at the end, dressed in an official uniform, and she says, "Oh, hi." And she says, "You going down to the wharf, huh? All right.
Yeah, we're going to the wharf.
Welcome to Belcher's Wharf." I can't do it. You do, Linda. Do Linda, Wally.
Okay. Oh, hi. Welcome to Belcher's Wharf. I'm Linda. I'm the runner of this wharf. Me and my family, we run it. Bobby, we got people in the wharf.
Yeah, Linda, I don't wanna...
Ah, Bobby, we got people in the wharf. Come on, Bobby, be happy.
Just let them go into the wharf, Lynn.
But Bobby, we gotta have them sign the papers. We gotta make them feel warm and welcome when they come to the wharf and handle their business.
And she hands out important papers. It says Belcher's Wharf sign in.
Ezekiel looks at the paperwork. He's like, "All right, put on my readers."
Yep.
And signs it. He's like, "Here you go." Oh, thank you so much, and welcome to Belcher's Wharf. All right.
Okay, that was fun.
That's right. I will RP an NPC with myself.
Beautiful.
That's the commitment I do.
I feel we should be like, high-fiving as we go past her. and,
Uh-huh,
like-
uh-huh.
High five.
High five. So you pass by Linda Belcher. Reality is warped for a moment. As you head down Long Wharf, down at the end of the wharf, you see standing next to a small boat, a man dressed in like sort of average colonial garb, but you see that he has an ornate necklace around his neck and several he has like a beaded gauntlet, like armband around his, and you know that this is Bear.
I wave him down like, "Bear!" I held in my hand as I head on over.
He sort of stops and looks up at you, and he sort of gives you a look, and then goes back to like doing what he's doing, like doing his rope work.
Oh, come on, Bear. Don't be like that, man.
Oh, you still owe me $20.
I don't owe you $20. I paid off that.
pounds.
Why do I owe
lent
you
you 20 pounds so you could go gambling.
Yeah, and I gave you back half of my winnings, which was 5 pounds.
If you borrow 20 pounds from someone, you give them 20 pounds back.
And I am good for it, Bear. You know that. I'm good for it. But
What are you doing here? Why are you at my boat?
That just brings me into like the next step of the conversation I want to bring to Bear. First of all, these are my 2 traveling companions, Cersei and Nessa. Ladies, this is Bear. This is a business partner. This is a business partner of mine, someone that I can rely on. They are reliable. They are great. They are trustworthy. Someone that you can pretty much bet the clothes off your back will help you out. He puts an arm around Bear and looks at the others like, this guy.
He is glowering.
I feel like this is a very much of a Bird Person and Rick kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's
Amazing.
just deadpan as Ezekiel is trying to talk.
Yep, absolutely. He says, "It is a pleasure to meet you. I assume that since you are here, you want to go somewhere."
We do. We have a spot we need to go to. He pulls out the letter. We need to go to Phil's name.
Winnismet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not far. It would be easy to get there, but not by daylight. We'll have to wait until dark.
Why is that?
There are ships patrolling in the harbors. Redcoats. They see people leaving the city. They are likely to open fire. We will have to Do so by the cover of night.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah,
And also, your friend owes me 20 pounds. Well, 15 pounds.
and I have, and
How about
I'm
this?
good for you.
I shall give you 5 before we leave, and once we arrive, they will give you the other 10.
He like looks at like that math doesn't.
How about I guess this would be is this ooh, what is the skill I want here? What is the skill?
He's like just look. He's just like looking at Cersei like why
Uh-huh.
Why you do this? Why you
Why
do
you do
this?
Yeah, why you do this? This would be charm.
Oh boy.
So if one of you wants to assist the other, whoever has the better charm skill can roll.
It might be.
Okay.
My
And then
charm
the other
is
one can roll a D10.
69. Hey.
Nice. Hey, what's yours, Wally?
My charm is.
Are you a robot now?
You just became a robot.
You were using a robot voice.
My charm is it's actually 67. So yeah.
Okay. So one of you can roll, the other can roll a D10, and you can use their 10 digit if you want.
I'll make the roll.
Okay.
They're pretty close to each other.
Because I got a 65.
Oof.
Oh, what'd you get?
Do you want me to roll the 10 just in case?
Yeah,
you
roll
get
it
a
anyway.
five?
I'll roll it.
If you get a 5, that's a critical success.
Ah, no, I got a 4. So.
Farts.
Okay.
Yeah, so he says, all right. And he looks at Nessa and Saoirse and says, but the two of you shouldn't be spending time with a scalawag like this. I have seen him do things you would not believe. Come on. Everybody help me tie this up. And he hands everybody a rope. And he's like, I'm going to moor the boat here. You take care of any last minute business. Meet me back here at midnight.
Thanks, Bear. You're big help for all this.
Oh, yes. And he sort of like says yes. And then he looks at Saoirse like, I thought there was going to be 5 now.
Oh, yes, of course. Reach into her bag to pull out 5 pounds.
Mm-hmm. You might want some food for the journey. Take care of any business you have. There are no restaurants on the water, he says.
He says that a lot.
He does say that. That's his catchphrase.
It's
It's a horrible catchphrase,
like,
right?
Zeke just says, like, he says that all the time.
Nice. So you all go off. You can get sort of like, just mill about. We can gloss over this way, but he does want to leave by nightfall. It does, however, eat into that time that you've got before you can get there. Day passes. Time lapse. Sun goes up. Sun goes down.
Can I get some more bullets? We
Oh,
don't have a
sure.
market at, but I'm gonna get some more bullets.
You can go to local gunsmith. They are short on supplies, but they have enough left for your ammunition needs.
Cool.
And once midnight rolls around, you all head back to Long Wharf. And yep, you find Bear waiting by his boat. He is dressed in dark clothes, with like a hooded cloak on. He's like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sail across the harbor, but when I say get down, all of you need to get down. I have talked my way through checkpoints before, but the loyalists are cracking down on people.
Yeah, they sure are.
Who is going to help me row? It's a 2-person boat.
I'll help you row.
All right. And so you shove off out into the choppy harbor. It's not, this is February. Tides are high. It's not like Whitecap stuff, but it's not exactly a Lake Placid up in here, right? The lake, not the movie. And so you go out across the harbor, and it's hard going as you start rowing north. After a short while, Bear strikes up a conversation. He says, Zeke.
Yeah.
So are you going to tell me why you're going to Winisimet?
Well, the most I can tell you is Bear is some pretty dangerous stuff is happening out there. We gotta go take care of a friend.
This friend, he does not happen to be a young man with a green coat.
No, it isn't. But we know of that kid.
You're the second group I have taken to Winisimet in a few days. This boy, he wanted to go there. A few days ago, he heard there was some sort of tavern there that was owned by the Sons of Liberty.
Huh. Yeah, we know the kid. He's kind of going through a bit of it.
He kept talking about having an alcohol.
Sounds about right. Yeah. The kid's a bit green, but he's just trying to prove himself.
So you're going to help him or not?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna help him too. If he's out there, I'm gonna help him.
Mm-hmm.
But I got someone else out there that needs our help.
All
It's
right,
good to know that the kid's out there that.
I won't ask too many questions. I'm smart enough for that. Still, you should be careful. Winisimet is well, the loyalists have their claws in everywhere.
We've been coming across that a lot lately. Been running into a lot of things where the loyalists have been dabbling in. It's a lot of stuff you wouldn't expect them to dabble in, really.
Have you heard anything else about Winisimet recently? Anything else unusual?
Well, I regret to say that water traffic is not allowed in or out. If we cannot sneak ashore, you might have to swim. But, well, smugglers can still make their way in. I guess I would be one of those, although I did not plan on it.
I mean, you're pretty good at it. You're the best. I wouldn't be coming out to this harbor looking for you if it.
You can stop kissing my ass. You're already in the boat.
Just speaking the truth, old buddy. Just speaking the truth.
Still owe me 10 pounds.
I owe you less, but we're not gonna. What's a couple of bucks between our friends, right?
It's 10 pounds, is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, look.
Winisimet is it's a fishing village, and under the blockade and the siege, it has seen better days. Anyway, and at that, conversation lulls for a while, but soon you see another boat approaching off in the distance, and he says, all right, Miss Sersha, Miss Nessa, get down. Zeke, we will row, but you have to row casual. And I'm gonna have you make a stealth check.
Dude, does the other ship say, I don't recognize those hailing signatures?
We'll find out. You get it right.
Oh shit! I got a 10.
I'm gonna spend a coin to make you re-roll that.
Oh, this might be cutting.
I should say this is an easy stealth check.
Oh, it's easy.
Plus 20.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Because I was about to say, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be close.
Is it close?
Close. It was actually one away because my stealth is 69.
Nice.
But I rolled a 68. So, but then adding that 22, it just
makes it even better. Nice.
Yeah, it makes it even better. Yeah.
So we'll say with that, you pull up, and alongside you pulls up this boat of redcoats. It's like 3 of them in there, and there's this long, tense silence where Nessa and Sersha are underneath a canvas tarp in the bottom of the boat, and you two are rowing, And the soldiers look at you and Bear, and you look back at them.
I just
They
do this.
say-
I go. I do the nod.
These aren't the healing frequencies. And, no, they look at you, and Bear goes, "Just out fishing." And they're like, "All right," and they keep on going. And you sort of like glide past them, and then after like another good 60 seconds, everyone in the boat just lets out this big exhale, like, oh. You approach Minisimet, and it looks like the dock here is unwatched at the moment. And so Bear pulls up to the dock. Minisimet is a small, wind-beaten town on the edge of a cliff. There is a long path leading down the rock to the beach where the dock is. But even from the shoreline, it looks like many of the buildings here are abandoned or run down. It smells like salt and herring. And other than that, you just are struck with the emptiness of the small hours of the morning. It's like 4 a.m. and it's just silent. It's quiet like a grave should be, not like a grave full of ghouls, but like an actual grave. There's no horses, no chatter, just the sound of water crashing against a cliff.
There better not be any goddamn mermaids or I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put some mermaids in here.
I have a quick question. I don't know if you can
Sure.
answer. I'm just trying to,
I bet I
to
can't.
look on the thing.
Try it anyway.
Do
Yeah.
you know how much a gold coin is worth?
Oh, an actual gold coin?
Yes, because I
don't
was
know.
given two
By whom?
by a red coat that I gave a little
Oh, that's
smooshy
right.
smoosh to.
That's
Oh,
right.
That's right.
yeah.
It
I
should have
was
been a
given
pound. Let's say
two
2
of them.
pounds. Let's say a pound each.
Oh, okay.
Right.
2 pounds.
We
Okay.
thought you were his mom. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
So you're like looking through your purse.
well,
your
I was
coin
just,
purse,
I was
right?
wondering because if it was worth something decent like 5 or 10, then I would slip him a gold coin as the kind of payment thing. But if it's only a dollar, I don't know whether that will seem as.
We'll say that it's actual gold. That this, I don't know
What
where
if
the soldier
I-
would have gotten it from.
Yeah,
if
I
you-
mean,
We'll say that each one is worth
how much
5
have I
pounds.
actually got?
So-
Ooh.
Sure. We'll say the 2 gold coins is 10 pounds. We just made up money.
We made up money, and
We
I'm
did
gonna
it.
slip
Just
him
saying.
the 10 pounds.
Wait, can I roll an awareness to see if he notices Nessa slipping him the 10 pounds? If he
Sure.
notices- okay.
She's not being too unobvious about it. She just doesn't want to make him feel too bad. What did you get?
I got an 80.
No, you don't.
Okay, so because he doesn't notice Nessa
Mhm.
giving him the 10 pounds, he walks up to Bear. He's like, all right, because I owe you 10 pounds. He pulls out the 10 pounds. No, Bear.
But
Bear,
you're
Bear, I'm a man of my word. All right. And I've been ducking you for a long time, and I get it. You know, I don't want to seem untrustworthy. We have a good business going around. We have a great business partnership. I don't want to like ruin it. You've been a great help for me. I've been a great help to you. So let's not discuss it even further. Pulls up the 10 pounds, counts it. That's like, here's the rest of the money. We're
Mhm.
good.
all right. He takes it. You
It's
take
interest.
yeah. While you Ezekiel takes 4 points of conflict for having outstanding debts he had forgotten about. For sure.
4
So
points, you
he-
said?
Yeah, 4 points of conflict. And so he sort of leaves you here at this beach, and before he goes, he says, "All right, you 3, be careful. Maybe keep an eye out if that kid is here. He was. I'm trying to think of a polite way to say this. Very loud.
That's on
And,
brand for the kid.
Well, I'm worried he'll draw attention. If I were you, I'd start at the tavern up the hill. It's called the Drunken Fish.
Thank
Right.
you.
Okay.
Thank you. And Nessa, before you go, he like reaches out his hand and he puts the coins back in your hand and like touches them in a very gentlemanly way. And he's like, you do not owe me anything, but keep an eye on Ezekiel, okay?
Well, I don't agree that we don't owe you something. You got us here. But, all right. Maybe we'll see you on the way back.
All right.
Take care.
Be safe. And he shoves off. Heads back across the harbor. Why not? And so you're standing on this beach, and you can see the Drunken Fish from here. It is to the west of the village along the shoreline, sort of on the northern shore of the water. You know what I mean? So it's like west of the village. Yeah, directions. It's on a ledge overlooking an inlet. And you can see that the path will take you up sort of to the main thoroughfare. Or if you really want to like climb along the rocks on the beach, you could maybe do that, but it's up to you.
I look at the climb like I am done with climbing. I'm done with climbing for a good long time, guys.
Yeah, no, yes.
Yeah.
Is there a way to make our way around to the back without being seen, without just going through the front door?
I mean, there's always a way to make it around the back without being seen. Just matters how quiet you are.
What about the tavern, though? What about the tavern?
Oh,
Noise. Children.
See, now it just dawned on me what was being said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I thought it was so
That
obvious.
was so good.
That was so fucking good. Oh.
Oh gosh, like Zeke, like when Nessa says that, Zeke just goes, "Well."
Hey.
That's a story for another time, Nessa. But
Nessa with a zinger.
Saoirse smacks him upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so quietly, we need to get in there. But yeah, I think climbing a cliff is not a good idea, especially with my track record recently, and
no climbing.
And it would not look exactly like we're we need to like we're meant to be here, not like we're not. So
if we're climbing up a rock face, it looks like we're not being inconspicuous about this at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should we just go directly into the inn then, or should we try to find a hidden entrance?
Well, there's probably a back entrance to this place, but hey, no harm just walking in and being real inconspicuous. There's something said against doing that.
All right.
Well, how about this? When we get closer, I'll scout in ahead, look for a back entrance, and I'll wave you guys over.
Yeah, I think let's get a little closer. See what's happening around. We need to get a beat on this place a little better.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So, you make your way up the switchback that leads up to the main town. By the time you reach the top of the cliff face, it is about 6 a.m. The sun is starting to come up a little bit. The sky is just sort of starting to lighten a little. And it's still cold, but you see people starting to come out of their homes. Most of them carrying a look of dejection. Is that a word, dejection? They look dejected, right? They look like beaten, basically, defeated. They come out there, see some people go behind their house feeding their chickens. You see some folks heading out on their way to work. And down at the end of the thoroughfare, you see the bar, which is an unusual sight to see, because you think a tavern, an inn, this has sort of a happy feeling to it, but these people don't seem happy at all. Several people cross you back and forth, but nobody gives you any sidelong glances or anything like that. They just have sort of given up. They're a place of occupation during a war.
Okay. When we get closer, I would like to like break off from the group, and I look back at it as like, stay back here for a little bit. I'm just gonna check to see if there's a back entrance, and I'll wave you guys over. And I like to sneak over to the place to look for any kind of back entrance that we can go into, or any kind of maybe like a root cellar that we can go into and walk up into the bar or something.
I'm gonna ask for 2 checks from you.
Okay.
Actually, here's what I'll do. This will be fun. I would like a stealth check from you.
Okay.
And I would like an awareness check from everyone.
All right. For my stealth, I got a 20.
Nice.
Very
stealthily.
My awareness, I got... nope, I got a 59 and my awareness is 55. Oh, no, wait, it's 65. My mistake. Yes, I did good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what about the others? What'd you guys do for awareness? I'd like awareness from Nessa and Saoirse too. What'd you get, Saoirse? Are you muted, my friend?
Maybe. I got a 28.
Nice.
I got a 19.
Nice. So
Wait, did I roll? Yeah, no. Did I roll a 19 before? Did I actually roll? No, I'm sure. How do we know
you
when?
probably did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
Oh, there's
roll
a
one
19 before. Yeah, I had a 19
Look how
before.
rolly
so-
you are. You love 19.
I'm so rolly.
So
Because I'm short and stout. I just roll. Weebles wobble.
Saoirse and Nessa, you find a place across the street to sort of like duck down an alley a little bit, and just sort of keep watch on what's happening as Ezekiel acts casual and approaches the bar, skirting the outside. Ezekiel, you go around to one side, let's call it the eastern side, and you sort of walk along the wall there, and with your successful roll, you're very stealthy. Nobody sees you. And as you approach, you can see that behind the tavern, there is a rickety wooden staircase that seems to be leading down the cliff face. But it looks like it ends at the water's edge, and you can't make out much more than that. And while you do this, you're sort of like inching up to the back side of the building, and you're looking down the staircase. Nessa and Saoirse are watching as someone in one of those black Freemason cloaks comes out the front door, stands there, and starts looking up and down the street, wiping the sleep from her eyes. And then Ezekiel turns around and starts coming back towards you.
I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I drop down. I drop down into like it's like I turn around from behind the tavern and I see Saoirse and I see this person. I'm like, oh! I just pull myself back behind the tavern.
Pull yourself. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like this scene. He's like, oh.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so you drop down into the weeds. Let me have another stealth check from you. How about that? And then I'll roll for this agent here.
Ooh, I got a 4.
Whoa, that is very good.
Yeah, I'm stealthy.
I'm gonna oppose this with their awareness, which is a 55. They got a 36. But I think you succeeded by more.
I did.
So when you drop down into these sort of like tall weeds, right? This like sort of like, you know how it is on like shorelines with like the right. You drop down in there, and the person in front, Nessa and Saoirse, you watch her sort of like poke her ears up, like she heard something. And then she goes to the edge and looks around the corner. And turns around and goes back inside.
I like slowly look up out of my hiding spot.
I'm imagining like Saoirse and Nessa, like Nessa, and then like Saoirse's head like right on top of hers, like swoop.
Yes. It's just like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Say, oh, okay.
Okay, the two of you make your way across the street. How about stealth checks from both of you? So you're trying to be sneaky.
Are we? I mean,
are you being sneaky? I mean, so that's a good question. Like, are you trying to be sneaky, or are you trying to act casual?
So now we've seen a lady in a very clearly Freemason cloak.
It is obviously a Freemason, yes.
Yes, and she walked freely into that place.
Mm-hmm.
We still have, and I'm sure we would keep them with us because they'd be useful. We have 3 cloaks and we have 3 pendants.
We do.
And I would probably stop Nessa for a second when he calls us over and be like, clearly this is a Freemason tavern. Would it be better for us to dress like Freemasons, or would we be instantly spotted? I don't know what's better, but we do have the cloaks. I still have them.
I don't think it would be bad necessarily. Why don't we put them on and still try to be unobtrusive?
I mean, if we're gonna walk in, I feel like, especially if we walk in that front door, she just walked in there. I mean, how do we know that they're not, everybody's in there all cloaked up, and if we don't walk in with cloaks, you know, so here, and I hand her one of the cloaks and one of the pendants, unless, well, I've got one, I don't know
I have
how they were separated, so
Yeah.
I've written that I have one, so maybe we've already made sure that everyone pretty much has one. So we'll put on our cloaks and a pendant, and we'll, I think we're being quiet because we don't want to draw attention, but we're not.
Right, you're not comedically creeping across.
Much as it would be hilarious.
As funny as that would be.
Yeah.
So in that case, what I'd want a disguise check from you instead. Does that sound fair? I think so.
Oh damn! I'm quite good at this.
Oh dang!
Oh dang!
I rolled an 8. So wait,
Yeah,
what
do.
is my actual disguise? I mean, it's got to be
Well,
gotta be more than
success,
8.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on. I'm still curious because I don't think we've
Okay,
done
okay.
disguise before.
Okay. This is actually pretty good.
Disguise was 48, so I think I'm good.
I think you are. How about Saoirse?
Okay. I got a 12.
Nice.
We look so much like
Ezekiel.
Freemasons. We're not
Ezekiel, there are
even-
Freemasons coming across the street, and they're headed right for you.
I am like I'm like looking around, and I'm like,
One of them's the Hobbit.
is that a really short Freemason? I mean, maybe if I was in the right mood, that
One
other
of them's
one.
a Hobbit, and one of them is fine.
I mean, he's like saying this himself. I mean, like maybe if it was like, maybe if there wasn't a whole Freemason, maybe I would. I probably
They just
would.
walk straight
Hold
toward him
up.
like,
I just want Wally to keep going with this internal.
I mean, this is like,
please, by all means.
I mean, yeah, probably would. I mean, come on, see, because she's a Freemason, but I mean,
They're there.
She's
It's
got
Nessa and Saoirse.
but she has some Freemason.
It's Nessa and Saoirse
Whoa,
that's right
hey,
in front of
Saoirse. Hey, how's it going? You too.
Okay, keep the noise down. Are you talking to yourself? What's going on? And I hand him the.
What? No, I wasn't. Who talks himself? That's silly. Who talks himself?
Here, put this on.
What?
We just saw a lady walk out with a Freemason cloak on, and she walked. There was what we were trying to tell you. She just walked freely back in, so we thought it was better if we maybe dress up.
That's actually a really, really good idea. He takes the cloak.
Wally.
All right.
Yeah.
what is your disguise goal number?
My disguise skill is 56.
Okay, I'm gonna roll that for you.
Oh! Oh!
Okay.
Oh! Okay, so he takes the disguise and puts it on.
Puts it on.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we run into any of them, I have been perusing their handbook, I suppose. The the Will of the Brotherhood. So well, yeah, they have a particular greeting. It's bleh.
Now I'm going to roll an aid check on your behalf.
Okay.
Just to add another possibility of success.
Okay.
Right? Because by teaching him that blah, 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 you're helping him. And what was your goal again there, Wally?
56.
Okay.
Okay, so it's blah, blah, is what you're saying, right? Blah, blah?
Yes.
All right, we should practice it. Ready? Blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
It's definitely in Latin. Blah, blah.
Let me try it again.
Blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
Yes, that's the
Got
correct
it.
emphasis.
Okay, blah, blah. Got it. Okay, got it. Got it.
I love you guys so much. I just, oh my gosh. Okay. So, you all sort of don these cloaks and you steel yourselves. You gird your loins. You head to the front door. And you, I mean, it's a business, right? You open the front door and you step in. And here's what you see. There is a common room. It has a stairwell leading upstairs to your left. There is another one just past that leading down to what must be a cellar. There's a fireplace to your right, a long bar, a table, and past that, a door. You assume it's to a kitchen. And one Freemason agent sitting at the table, looking very tired. Oh, and the dark door.
And I'm assuming, is that the same lady that we saw outside?
It is. It's the same one. And as you enter, she turns around, looks at the three of you, and then looks at Ezekiel and raises her finger and she goes, blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
And she turns back to her breakfast at the table. Here's what happened. I rolled for Wally. Okay. You were looking for a 56. Yeah. I got a 68, which would have been a failure. And then I rolled a 10s die for the assist from Saoirse, and it was a 10. It was a 1.
Oh,
so,
my gosh.
Oh, dang. It was the phrase that really sold it. And so you are free to go about this tavern, but is otherwise seemingly unoccupied. So you'd have to like look around casually to figure out what's going on here.
I am going to look around casually.
Okay. As I said, you can go upstairs. You can go in the kitchen, and it looks like there's a stairwell leading downstairs as well.
Okay. I kind of like, I don't go into the kitchen. I kind of like peer into the kitchen at the stairwell, see if I can gauge where it's going down. And yeah, it's obviously it's going down, but like into like a cellar or something.
Roll me a perception check.
Ooh, 31.
Ooh. So you sidle over to that stairwell leading down. And it looks like it goes down into a cellar. Yeah, it looks like it may be a cellar with a 5-foot ceiling, dirt floor. Okay. You've been to so many cellars lately.
Do I smell the smell of people with no skin?
You smell no smell of death, no.
Oh, thank goodness. All right. I head over to the others at whatever like table we may have grabbed to to looking conspicuous, and I sit down with them. Say, hey, there's a stairway that goes down to a cellar. There's no second floor to this place, right?
There is. Yeah, there's a stairway going up
Okay.
and one going down.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a stairway going down into a cellar. If she's here, she may be down in that cellar, but we should still check upstairs just to make sure she's not upstairs also.
All right.
Now, if you want to look at Roll20, you can see the layout of this place. I'm so glad that I have such trustworthy role players to know what you know and not actually just look at the map, but this is just to give you an idea, right? It looks like, there's a second floor and a third floor that are pretty much identical, and then a cellar down below.
Yeah, I'm just pretty much saying, like, if she's down, if they have her, she'll probably be downstairs. But we should still check upstairs anyway. Just get a little bit of a glance over just to make sure she may not be upstairs, or maybe some clues going on where she could be at.
So if there's other people here too, you need to be aware
Absolutely.
of.
Yeah.
Because are we literally only seeing that one person in the bar at all? Like, is there a bar?
Yeah.
Like, so there's not even someone behind the bar or any workers necessarily. It's just
It's not, and it wouldn't be
us and
it wouldn't be
her.
unusual that there's nobody else behind the bar. It's 6 a.m, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
So the
like-
people, the owners might well be asleep still, or just about to get up and start working or whatever. Okay.
Okay, which way do you go? Up or down?
I guess start with up.
Yeah.
Because we're also, we're thinking that Finn might be here, so we're gonna look for him.
That too, yeah.
Like, in case he's here, and we can bring him into the fold, or join him if that is what he's doing. So, I suppose. So I think, yeah, upstairs first.
Okay. So you head up the stairs, and you see three doors coming from the room where the stairwell is. 2 on the northern wall and 1 on the western wall. Yeah, I mean, what do you do? Like, if there's people in there, they're probably sleeping.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put my ear next to the door to see if, like, it sounds like people are sleeping in those rooms.
Okay, sure. Let's roll an awareness check then.
That is a 54.
Okay, a success then, yeah?
Yeah, it's 1 under my success.
Ooh, nailed it. You hear soft snoring from multiple voices coming from both of those doors on the northern wall. You can just roll that over. You can do both.
Okay.
And then as you turn to look at the third one, the door to the west opens, and out walks a man with a large belly. He's not particularly tall. And he looks at you and says, he's sorry there, I didn't mean no trouble, okay? You go about, do whatever you gotta do, all right? He's not dressed like a Freemason, that's for sure.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it, but you cleaned up after yourself?
What do you mean cleaned up after myself?
Well,
It's my room. That's where I sleep. I sleep in here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Never mind then, buddy. Don't worry.
Well, I know you guys. I ain't seen you around.
Yeah, you see me around. Probably haven't seen me around a lot. I've been in and out of the city. Just got here.
All right, I don't care. I mean, I'll let you guys do whatever you want, okay? You come inside, you trample all over my bar. I don't care. But just leave me and my wife alone, and we'll be fine. And
you got it. You got it.
he straps on an apron, like one of those waist aprons,
Mhm.
and sort of moves past you towards the stairs to go downstairs.
I wait till wait a beat after he goes down the stairs, and then I head down.
Okay.
After him to reunite with the others and let him know I think upstairs there's people sleeping. Just nothing but sleeping quarters up here. She's definitely probably not up here. She may be downstairs. And if Finn is here, he's probably might be downstairs also.
And of course, Nessa and Saoirse, you've seen this guy who seems to be the owner, the proprietor of this bar, come down and start sort of like head into the kitchen. He's running in and out, plates, setting up for the day.
Let him go. Do his thing. Just keep an eye on everybody.
The
Okay.
the downward stairs are inside the kitchen. Have we actually gone in? Did someone go into the kitchen and see those stairs?
Oh, you're
then?
right. They are inside the kitchen. Good
Yeah.
call. Good call.
Yeah, like so. I know.
No, you haven't been in the kitchen yet.
Yeah,
but-
I was able to see the stairs. I didn't go
it.
into the kitchen though.
Sure. We'll say that from just deducing from what you saw outside, there's a downstairs.
Okay.
And so architecturally, there's probably stairs in the kitchen.
Right. Yes, we can't see them now, so it's like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the other lady, is she paying much attention to us?
No.
She's like
Not
half
at all.
falling asleep on the table and
Yeah, it looks like she drew the early shift, and
Right. Maybe being there
Yeah.
all night is like.
Maybe.
Okay.
I say we walk straight past her. I've
Yeah.
always found that if you pretend like you're somewhere you're supposed to be, most people ignore you.
Yeah. Also, the Freemason have free run of this place, so we could probably just walk in whatever place we want around here, as long as we're in these outfits.
All right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just take a walk around like we know the place. And I don't see any stairs here, so I'm assuming they're through that door.
Yep, that's where I would think it would be at. I can't figure
Alright.
anywhere else to be.
One way to find out.
And walk boldly towards the door.
On the place.
Yep.
How about no, you already succeeded on your disguise check. It's flying. So you just walk up to that door, you open it, and the publican, the guy inside, sort of like looks up from picking up dishes and sort of looks at all of you. There's a pause, and he just goes back to what he's doing. And yep, you see that there's a back door here, and there's also stairs leading down into a cellar. He almost expects you to come in here. It seems very normal.
Walk confidently toward the cellar door.
I
Cellar.
follow suit. Just head towards that cellar like we own the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Straight down the stairs.
You head down to a cellar, and it's for the most part empty. There is a dirt floor with miscellaneous debris, and then in the corner you see a trap door that is propped open, and there's a ladder leading downward.
I head over to the trap door, peer down. All right. Looks like we're getting friendly with shafts again.
Next week's episode, friendly with shafts. Okay, got that.
Nessa pauses for a moment and takes a big. Because she's kind of after what happened last time.
Would you like to go last? We'll be
Um,
underneath just in case.
I don't really want to take you all with me, but let's see if I'm a little more sure-footed this time. Maybe without a lantern in my hand, that will help. I'll be fine. But yeah, I'll go last. Okay.
Much to Nessa's relief, this is just a ladder this time. There's no rope or anything like that. I am going to bump you on over to this other map here where you can see what's going on.
Ooh.
Right. So you you come down this ladder. It ends in a short stairway that leads down into this room, which is helpfully marked as Cave 1. It appears empty, but have everyone make me an awareness check.
Woof.
I did not get it. I got a 70.
On the money. I needed a 58. I got a 58.
Oof. I got an 83, so I am
Wow.
oblivious to anything right
I
now.
mean, yeah, the trauma of descending the shaft, you know.
We still got 3 coins above us. I thought I gave you one at one point. Did you?
I think currently I have 2 and y'all have 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think we're even right
I
now.
think the,
So, you know, it's
the
2 and
overlay
2.
might be wrong, but okay.
In fact,
Cool,
with
so
2
we
and
got
2, I'm gonna have Saoirse reroll.
How rude.
So now y'all have 3 and I have 1.
Okay.
Oh, it's better. I got 26.
you're that's good. Saoirse, you reach out with your senses. You can hear voices coming from deeper within this cave. Stern voices. 2 of them seem to be questioning. Not shouting, but threateningly. A third answers them, and you notice that it is tinged with a Dutch inflection, and you recognize it as Grace de Beer's voice. You also hear sounds of bubbling, like water boiling. And then, apart from all of those, I think the other sound that you hear is a very familiar voice coming from a different area who's talking to someone and says, yeah, so anyways, I knocked on the door and I said, who is it? And I said, your mother, like that. And he knew it was me. And and it's obviously that Phineas is here as well. And he's talking to someone in a very conversational tone.
Grace is here. And so is Finn?
Jeez, what can you make out what's going on over there? You see anyone?
I
Are
think
they okay?
Grace-
Are they danger?
Well, I think Grace, maybe. I think she's being interrogated. Finn is telling the your mother story. So I would
That's unclear
It's
whether he's
classic.
being interrogated or whether he's just chit-chatting. It's impossible to know with him.
It's really hard to know.
Yeah, it's really hard to
He'd
tell. if
probably
it's
just
an
tell them
interrogator or
everything.
something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Ooh.
Should we? What would be one of the very few things that would rouse all of these individuals to leave here?
a cave-in?
I was thinking more along the lines of, I don't know, General Washington mounting a surprise attack?
That would also be a pretty good one too, actually. That's actually an excellent one.
So perhaps we can burst in on the interrogation, interrupt it, and convince whoever's down there to head upstairs very quickly.
Could work. What do you say, Nessa?
Well, it's worth a try if we do it quickly enough and with enough panic that they don't really start to think. We could do that.
All right.
So you're looking for a ruse. A ruse here.
A ruse.
A ruse.
A ruse, a gambit, if you would. A real rub to them marks.
So you're going to sort of trick them into thinking that they're being ordered upstairs for some important reason.
Yeah, General Washington showed up.
And where are you going to be when this happens?
That's a good question.
Thinking. See,
Perhaps only one person needs to actually go and do it. The other two could hide, and the other two could take care of whoever's left with grace.
Mm-hmm.
And
Bless you.
Thank you. Maybe one of us does the whole distraction while, like you said, two people hide.
Okay. Did we notice that the trap? Did we notice anything on the trap door that could stop it from being opened from this side? I know that's sort of retconning slightly.
Oh,
Yeah.
That would
that's
be.
what a coin's for. Right?
That's what coins are for.
So you're saying to lock it from within? Is what you're saying.
I'm thinking if we cause a kerfuffle, and we don't know how many people are down here, and they probably won't all leave, but they'll go straight upstairs, they'll talk to an innkeeper and a lady who's half falling asleep and find out very quickly that nothing is happening, and they will just come straight back down again and annihilate us.
Yeah.
But if we
And
lock the trap door after they go up,
Plus,
someone does these distraction.
people
the
are
other
sleeping
two wait for them
upstairs.
to go upstairs.
Yeah, we don't know who those people are, if they're good, bad, ugly. So we don't want all of them people then rushing back down going, who the hell are these people telling us that something's going on and it's not?
Sure.
If we're
This would
going
be
to
a
send
perfect
people
time to
through the
use a
trap
coin.
door, I would like to know that we can lock it.
If you spend a coin, I'll say that there is a latch on the inside of that trapdoor that you can use to lock it closed from this side.
Then yeah, we will. Okay. I noticed when I came through, because I was kind of panicking about having to go down here anyway, that there looked to be a latch on that trapdoor that it could be locked from the inside. So if like if we kind of ferry them out almost like in panic, and we're following them all the way through to the trapdoor, and then we can shut it and lock it, and then get rid of at least some. I don't know. I'm sure not all of them will leave, but if we can get rid of a few and not have everyone come back down, that would be good for us.
There was a couple of people snoring upstairs, so actually that's a great idea.
Okay. Who would be best at that? I'm not the best with ladders.
I'll do it. I'm quick. I'm quiet.
Okay. So do you want to do the shouting, or?
Sure, I could do the distraction.
You could do the distraction. We'll try and ferry them, and shall I just hide? If there's three of us, would that be too much? I don't know.
Someone should hide just in case, I think. In case it doesn't go well and they could start taking care of things, I suppose.
Right. Is there anywhere like that? I'm in this cave. There doesn't seem to be anywhere to hide, right?
We can be creative here. Like there is in the current cave that you're in, it's empty.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like further in because you haven't poked your head around.
Right. And
you
the
could
voices
try
are just coming from further down. We can't really tell where.
Yeah, the voice is coming from deeper within this basement cellar cave thing. So, I mean, if you roll a really good stealth check, you can find a place to hide, or you can look deeper within to see if there's a better place to hide.
Should we creep a little bit further in, just to get a beat on where they are? Because you're gonna have to run in and find them anyways, and then just so that there's nowhere to really hide here. I'd have to.
How about I go ahead and just scout out to see what the rest of this place looks, because we really can't make much of a choice if we're staying in this room.
All right, you do that. I'll think if there's anything I can do to maybe help with the illusion of stuff happening. Now I'm just gonna go look at my spells in case there's anything that I can do, a noise or something, or I don't know. I don't think there is, but I will quickly have a look while we're.
I'm going to sneakily try to check out the rest of the area outside of the room now.
Okay. So you approach the doorway. Roll me a stealth check.
Before you go, Saoirse grabs your arm. Be careful.
And then what?
He looks back at her and goes, "It's me." And he gives her hand a squeeze before heading up. And I rolled I rolled a 1.
Oh my gosh, the sneakiest. Like a ghost, you creeped silently as the grave out toward that central room. I wouldn't even have you roll an awareness check. I'll tell you what you see out here. Okay? In this next room, see a couple things. On the immediately to your left, there is obviously a door carved into the wall that looks like it's maybe it must lead outside. You figure. Directly across from you is another sort of what do you call it there? It's got it's like girded entry. And it's dark, but in the shadows at the other end, you can see a couple of figures seated on the floor. To your right, there is a very weird-looking area with some sort of circle etched into the floor with candles all around it. You see one of those Freemason banners to the north. There are all sorts of like tubes and vials and things bubbling on this altar shelf thing counter, and above them is a big old Freemason symbol. And then there are books along the wall back there. There's another doorway over here, and it's from that doorway that you hear the voice of Grace de Beers and a few others that are questioning her.
Okay, and that was in the cave number 3 or number 2 that we heard?
Number 3 is where Grace's voice and her interrogator's voices are coming from. Cave 4, there are some people sitting on the ground, but they're currently not talking.
Okay. All right. And what did we hear? Did I hear a direction where I heard Finn's voice from?
You're not sure at this point, but you're guessing it was from one of those two places, either 3 or 4.
Okay. And Grace is definitely being interrogated, so she wouldn't be able to see me.
Correct.
Okay. I will head back to the others and let them know what I just saw. And let them know I couldn't find Finn, but I found Grace. And I know where she's at.
All right. Well, if someone did you find a spot perhaps that Nessa could hide in?
I got a couple spots. Inside of Cave 4, there's a bunch of people.
The cave that I've numbered to be Cave 4.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually, there's a couple spots here. If you notice, I made a bit of a kind of a plan in my head.
Map.
I kneel down and I draw like a circle of a small
isometric.
circle of
right.
where we're at, and I draw a line showing the main area, and then I draw another line to another circle showing what Cave 4 would be, then draw a line to another circle showing Cave 3, and so forth, making like what I just made, but just like a rudimentary, like just circles and lines.
Brilliant.
And I mark it down. I write down and say, all right, so we are in number 1, and I write number 1 on our thing.
Of course.
And where there's other people are just sitting around I'm going to label that as number 4, because right across.
Now I'm going to use these little rocks as tokens to represent each one of you. And Ezekiel invents role-playing games.
It's canon.
I found a spell I want to try and use.
Ooh.
There's a spell called Raise the Alarm, which I want to kind of tweak.
Okay.
To work in our favor, if I may try.
Okay, tell me what you want.
So
What you really
it's
want.
Basically any object such as a chest, door, plank thing that I can touch this object and I can cast this spell on it, and any person other than me who passes by the object immediately announces any 3 words I select using any language you speak, and the alarm can be like soft whisper thing. So it's meant to be used as a careful, people are coming.
Yeah.
But I want to use it so that hopefully when we get them to start running up the stairs or get to the ladder or something, I want the first person who kind of gets to the ladder to to shout relatively loudly, not too loud for the guys above, but for the guys
Down the hall.
following, to shout something like, I hear them, hurry, you know, something like that will help encourage everyone behind that person.
Confirm the ruse.
The ruse, yes.
I think you can absolutely do that. That works.
Cool.
It's a 1 minute, one AP thing. I do have to roll for it, and there is, you know, things if.
Mhm.
So I roll my incantation, don't I? Sorry, let's see. 39. I think that's
Nice.
okay.
Oh,
Incantation, yeah, it's 55. It will be.
It's you, magic lady.
That's cool. It's not a critical success or a critical failure, so that's fine. But yes,
How
the
long
spell will
does it take to
end.
cast that?
It says 1 minute or 1 AP.
It's
So
just
it's
within a minute.
not too bad. So I will creep back up to the stairs while Zeke is looking for places. I'll go back to the stairs, and I'll cast it like on the bottom of the ladder. I think I don't know quite from the maps like how far the stairs are, but essentially, we want them to go through that trapdoor as quickly as possible, all of them. So I think there at the bottom of the ladder is a good time, because even if they sort of are weirded by what they say, I'm not sure how it works. Everyone behind them will suddenly pick up the pace and force them up the stairs, hopefully. So
Yeah.
and that's the idea. So yeah,
like
we'll go for that.
Cool.
Now the question being, where are y'all going to hide, and what does Saoirse yell out to get them going here?
Along the lines of, I can't believe it. It's General Washington.
Washington's here, something
Washington
like that.
here, we have to
Here
go.
comes the general.
Here
Hurry.
comes the general.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, because I was looking at my spells. Remind me which cave is safe and which isn't. Is it 3 and 4 where people are being held?
Yeah.
So we shouldn't be going in there to hide. Okay.
3 and 4 are where you heard voices from. 1 and 2 are unoccupied, and it looks like there's a door leading outside.
So is cave 5 outside?
It sure
from the
seems
map?
that way, yeah.
Okay,
I don't know why
okay.
it's labeled K5, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know whether
I'll look
it's
at
the one
description
leading to the.
Maybe
door.
behind here.
That
That's
rock.
kind of
That's what
I
I
was
was
gonna
thinking.
say like
too.
there or like kind of there, but you know what I mean. Like it's
Sure,
sort of
yeah, there's a
outside the
big
door.
old
I
map.
can't quite tell.
I'll tell you this. It's not a big deal. Like, there are places to hide.
Yeah,
Sure.
so I think somewhere like here is good. If they come out, or these I can't draw, but yes, if they.
Okay. So
Do
you
stuff.
all take up places there.
Yep.
The first thing.
Cast my spell, done my thing.
Yep. The first thing that I'm going to need. Remember, we have 2 and 2 coins right now. First thing I'm going to need is stealth checks from everyone. We'll do that preemptively just to see how everyone does.
Ooh.
Do I need to roll stealth if I'm gonna run out? Is the idea that I'm just yelling this, or is the idea that I'm gonna run in and say this?
I think the idea was.
Oh yeah, because you are disguised, aren't
Yeah.
you?
I got a critical success.
Okay.
Woo!
I mean, I got a 6. So.
Okay.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, you both blend in, and Saoirse, now is your moment. What I'll have you do then is I'll have you roll in, and I'm going to let you choose here. This could either be a what is the word I'm looking for? Where is it? No. It could be an intimidate, which is a bronze skill because you're trying to scare them, or it could be guile, which is a fellowship.
I'm
skill.
gonna go guile. I'm gonna go
Okay.
guile. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here it comes.
Here it comes. That's a 6.
Nice. So you, which cave do you run to?
The one
This is a
where
good
I
question.
hear Grace's voice.
Great. So cave 3. So you run over to cave 3, and here's what you see as you round the corner. There is a woman tied to a chair, and it takes you just a split second to realize it's Grace De Beers, although her face is puffy and swollen, and she is bleeding from several places, and her clothes torn. It's bad. And there are 2 people standing over her in Freemason garb. and you yell,
Washington is here. Hurry.
And they turn and look at you,
no.
and it registers, and they book it toward the place where you came in. And at the last second, one of them turns around and looks at you and says, "Stay here with the prisoners. Make sure nobody comes down." And they run towards that ladder. And as soon as the first one gets to the ladder, turn around, and they say, "I can hear them. They are up there." Up the ladder.
Does it say it like? Does it say it like does it say like Pee Wee Herman at the receptionist? I can hear them. They are up there.
Oh no! Danger
Mr.
awaits.
General Washington, paid General Washington. I love you, Wally. And they all they take off up the ladder.
As soon as they take off up the ladder,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as like I watch like them all like run past me, and then like as soon as like the last one run past me, I get up out of my hiding spot and I just run after the one that is running, that the last one to run past me. As I'm like, and I'm just like running behind him, like go, 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 and I'm shoving the one in front of me, like saying, "You need to move. We need to get out of here. We need to go." And I'm shoving them to move faster, kind of thing.
They're all panicking, right? And they finally get up there past that latch.
And as soon as I just
close it, latch it,
and I lock
slide
it
back down. And here's where we're going to end tonight. First, Saoirse, you're standing over Grace de Beers, and
Get her out of there.
yeah, you untie her quickly, and she looks at you, and she gives sort of a half smile, and she says, "So resourceful, just like your papu." And then Nessa and Ezekiel, you walk into the other room, and there are two other people seated on the floor, bound in chains. One of them is a woman with long dark hair, curly, a dark complexion, wearing sort of like just a basic linen dress. And there is a man sitting next to her wearing a torn and ragged green coat. And it's torn and ragged because it appears that both of them have suffered at the hands of their captors as well. And the one sitting on the floor goes, "Hey, who is that?" Say it. Say it.
Say it.
I say without taking off the mask, I say, "Your mother."
And that's where we'll end tonight. Real good, real good. That's the beat I wanted. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I just point out that at some point, maybe it's the beginning of next week, and I don't want to spoil it, but can we have on you a little short for a Freemason or something?
Oh, very good.
Oh
very
my
good.
gosh, yes, we need to have a moment like that.
Oh, the uniform.
Man, the parallels between this and Star Wars are so
There's been a lot of them, honestly. There's been a whole
lot,
bunch.
which is why I thought we need it, surely.
absolutely great. Hey, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching tonight. We had such a very good time, and I mean, think about all the stuff we got done. There was some intent, like implied smooching. There was a boat ride. There was
Some
all sorts of
flirting
things.
with Bear.
There was some flirting with
Oh, flirting with
I don't
Bear.
know what you're talking about. Shush.
Oh boy, Nessa was all like,
yeah, and so it was a terrific time. We want to thank everybody in chat for tuning in and watching. We really, really appreciate you sticking around. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you sticking around to the end. If you're in chat right now on Twitch, go and check out our YouTube channel, and you can catch up on this. You can also catch up on our other show, Lost City of Adranas, which happens every Thursday night right here on InfiniteRP. I am your historian, but let's go around and we'll talk to all my friends, and we will say who you are, where we can find you, and give me some sort of thing that your character a way that they grew this week, or something they realized, or how they developed this week. Let's go in reverse order from the beginning. I think that means we start with Wally. Wally, I love you very much, and I always love playing with you. And I loved watching you this morning on Gnome Brew. That was super fun.
Yeah, I got to get Gnome Brew again. It's been a while since I got to do that.
Yeah, bud. Where else can we find you? What else is going on with you?
Yeah, you can find me every other Sunday over at the Killer DMs playing some Mass Sunset City. Playing that every 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It's a lot of fun. We are officially in our season 2, so can't wait to get back into that and see how that goes. And on Mondays, you can catch me back here playing this fantastic game. I am off this week, so I might be hopping on other people's streams and doing random stuff this week. I may be back on Gnome Brew by the end of this week. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, that's what I got going for me this week. Also, you can check me out on Twitter, WALE132, like cute little Disney robot, and just follow me around for my random shit posts.
How is Zeke feeling at the end of today's session?
He's feeling pretty good.
That's a pretty good infiltration right there.
Yeah, he infiltrated something.
God. Wally, I want to give you points. Tonight's extra Sunshine Bucks go to you for inventing role-playing games on the floor of a cavern.
But
and also infiltrating things.
Yeah. Zeke though, he's really learning his place in all of this. He's starting to learn that his place actually matters. What he does matters. And that's what he's learning, and he's trying to figure out where he matters in all of this. And especially because, and also not for nothing, but telling Saoirse that he wants her, he wouldn't mind seeing her in his future.
Courting.
Yeah, he's courting. He just doesn't want to call it courting because he thinks he's too cool for that.
He is too cool.
He thinks he's way too cool for that. But yes, he is 100% courting, and he just won't call
Let's
it.
not put this in a box, Saoirse. Courting. Well, that's
he's feeling pretty great. He's feeling pretty great.
Awesome. Kate, Actors at Work, Kate Madison, my beloved friend. How are you? How are things in Cowboy Land?
Cowboy Land is okay. Love triangles are still existing. It's fine. It's not like my character was having a meeting with their therapist today. It was a random meeting with a shaman that has definitely helped listen to his troubles before, and it was like,
I've
sit down with me. I'm gonna play the guitar. Let's talk to me.
Yeah.
It's all fine. That was quite fun. But you can catch me over on my own Twitch channel, Kate Madison. It's pretty easy to get to. On the socials, Actors at Work, but yes, and I do a lot of Red MRP in the world of Red Dead, and I do variety stuff as well on my channel, especially on Wednesdays with my friend Seekian, and I am on Chaotic Neutral Games playing D&D every Friday as well. I'm not meant to stream every day. I pretty much do. So yeah, you can pretty much catch me there. That's mostly my time. I sleep and I do that.
Everyone, please encourage Kate's streaming habits by following and subscribing to her channel so she can stream every day.
Yeah. Help me with my horrible addictions. That would be great. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, you're all amazing. Nessa didn't fall today, so that was good. She things were relatively successful. I rolled okay. I mean, there was a few bad rolls, but actually,
there were some hot rolls today.
We were rolling all over the place this week.
Yeah, it was like up and down, but it was mostly pretty good. A lot of fun as always, and well, I did a spell again, and it worked. Or did it work?
That's what I wanted to give you an extra 25 Sunshine Bucks for, is inspired spellcasting and using it in a creative and really useful way.
Yeah, I'm very proud of myself.
Great. And then I got to do a Pee Wee Herman voice.
Yeah, I mean, that was the real gem.
Yes.
But yes, come back for more. I will be.
Awesome. Thank you, Kate. Love you. Speaking of people I love, Sid. How are you? Who are you? Where can we find you? What's Sid doing? What's Saoirse doing? Etc.
I'm doing great. It was a real good session. Y'all are
It was real
amazing.
good.
I am Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. Again, usually just talking about all the fun stuff I do on the internet, of which there's a lot right now. I'm here on Mondays, and then on Thursdays I run a Good Society game, and then on Fridays I play Cypher. This Saturday, because it alternates, I am playing a fun game of Fate. It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired, lots of fun. And on Sundays we play Basin, Nordic horror monster hunting, lots and
I
lots
still
and
want
lots
to
of
play
fun.
Basin so bad. Every time you talk about Basin,
Fun!
Yeah, it
Oh,
sounds
I
so
freaking
much
love it.
fun.
Oh, it's so good.
You made
The art
friends
is
with the
amazing.
Kraken.
I can't wait for
We
the release so I can
did
actually buy
make
it. Right?
Friends with a kraken and a mermaid, and now some ash tree wives, maybe.
Why not?
But they may have kidnapped our friend. Hey, come check it out. It'll be fun. Oh, how did Saoirse do today? Saoirse's a little confused in a lot of ways. One being obviously whatever is happening with Zeke right now. It's great. It's confusing. But also she's a little conflicted right now. She sort of thought she was the oddball of the family, running off and doing all these adventures and not like being a business person, but all that she's hearing from Grace about her papu is making her really start to wonder what sort of past he used to have. So she might have to write a letter after this and be like, yo, papu, what up?
Maybe the real weirdo is the normal people in the family.
Maybe it skips a
Whereas-
generation.
Yeah, maybe just skips a son.
Maybe
Maybe it's like a whole thing of like Papu is part of like a secret organization of heroes, and
Maybe Papu is Iron Man.
yeah.
I wanted to say that I want to say that Sid gets a couple extra sunshine bucks tonight for inventing the Freemason secret phrase. Blah blah
Blah, blah.
blah blah
Blah, blah.
blah 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 blah. And that was fantastic. And hopefully next week our friend Colin will be back with us. Colin, we missed you if you're watching this, which I know you will. We missed you so much, and I'm glad we found Ezekiel. No, you're Ezekiel. I'm glad we found Phineas in the cave, and I can't wait to catch up and find out where he's been for the past week. But feel better, buddy. We love you. I'm Doc Rimbo. I'm Doc Rimbo here on Twitch. I'm Doc Rimbo on Twitter. You can find me in both of those places. Every Thursday night, I'm here on InfiniteRP for the Lost City of the Dranas, which is our D&D 5e homebrew world adventure where I play a warlock named Marcoris Deg, who is very charming, and also I play his imp familiar Jaraxius, the Devourer of Hope, who is his complete polar opposite. And
Odd couple.
so great, I love it. And we have so much fun. We met some drow this week, and then we ended the session by seeing a gigantic spider god, so that's terrifying. And we'll find out what happens on Thursday with that. Again, we want to thank InfiniteRP for being our hosts. We want to thank everybody over at Zweihander and Andrews McNeil Publishing for letting us use those cool maps and the PDFs and all of the stuff for this game. The game is going to be released at friendly local game stores starting in September 21st. You can probably also get it on the Bezos site if you really want to, but whichever. Everybody else, we want to thank you for sitting through chat and hanging with us. We are going to find someone to raid. We didn't even think about that. Who are we going to raid? Let's look. TBK roleplay is out.
I think indoor storm too.
Oh, let's do
Yeah.
Indoor Adventures.
Yeah.
All right, Isla, if you hear me, if you're out there somewhere, we're gonna raid our friends over at Indoor
Oh no,
Adventures.
they're offline. We
Oh, they
missed
just left.
them. Never mind.
Oh no, never mind. Never mind. TPK roleplay is still going. They're doing a charity stream. Let's do TPK roleplay, and we'll drop in with them in just a second. So if you're in chat, please stick around for the raid, and tell everyone over there that InfiniteRP says hello, and we love you very much. Everybody else, we'll see you next Monday, and until then, I don't know. I need something clever to say. Until then,
Don't go in the back door.
Don't go in the back door.
At least unless you're invited.
Unless you're
Unless you
invited.
have
Look,
consent
go
to
into
on
the
the
back
back
door if consent
Quick,
is
shit.
there, okay?
Okay, end the stream. End the stream.
Oh, when I was a lad, oh, so my mother told me, way Holloway, will Holloway Joe, that if I not kiss the girls, my lips would grow all moldy. Tell me, way Holloway, will Holloway Joe. Away, haul away, the good ship now is rolling. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Way, haul away, we're bound for better weather. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Once I was in Ireland, a digging turf and taties.